Hello. I'm going to kick Justin out for just a second as he waves goodbye. Hello. Welcome. We're going to do a Creators Hangout tonight. Apologize, it's a little dark here. I can fix it. Hold on. I forgot. Watch as I brighten the screen and nothing happens. Very impressive. I need to get a lamp in here. I don't have that. But tonight we're going to do a Creators Hangout. As most of you guys know, I have a Kickstarter live called Expired. So when I do Kickstarter Live, I tend to do hangouts with my creator friends and just talk about what they're going on, talk about what I'm doing, kind of share some time with everybody. If you are a creator and you're watching this and you want to join, just message me and let me know that you want to be part of it. If you are here, leave a comment. I actually got to go to my Facebook page and activate the comments because StreamYard is dumb or my privacy settings are dumb. I don't know which one, but whatever it is, I need to fix it. So you guys can see your comments and do all that. We are live on my Facebook, on my YouTube channel, on all that wonderful things. All right, let me edit this. Make it public so everybody, I can see those comments. Already got like 6 people. Let me tell you who is on here. So the first, I'm going to add my dude, Justin Birch, right here. Justin, now you can wave. So Justin, you and I have not worked together. So, and I posed this question on Twitter about a year ago, maybe 6 months. Do I really work in indie comics since you have not lettered one of my books? Because I'm really curious.
You know what's funny that you asked that? One of the main reasons why I wanted to hang out tonight was to increase my indie comic street cred.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
you're using me to get more cred?
Yes, 100%. That's the only reason why I'm here is to use you.
All right, well, good. And the only reason why I would hire you as a letterer and get rid of my letterer who has been is to use you. So I love our relationship. I think it's working perfectly.
You know, as long as we're honest with each other at the very beginning, like there's nothing wrong with that, right?
I think it's okay. I think many relationships have both risen and fallen by these disclaimers right at the beginning. All right, so next up, we're going to add J.W. Sims. J.W. Sims is a colorist for a lot of my projects, colorist in his own right, and is working on a couple of things, trying to finish them up. How are you tonight, J.W.?
I am alive. That's about as much as I could ask for right now. But yeah,
right.
I'm here.
Are you healthy? Are you feeling good?
Yeah, I ain't too bad. And I didn't lose my hair, so we're doing good.
Right. Yeah. Justin's got the voice for radio. Damn. Harsh.
I mean, they're not wrong.
But why I got pointed out? At least JW wears a hat out of respect.
Yeah.
Next we got.
I don't want to blind everybody with my.
Right. Next we got Ed Davies right here. Davis, right?
Yep.
I like Davies better. I'm just gonna go with that. Is that a problem?
Why not?
Sure.
Works for me.
I mean, if someone searches your name after, they'll probably spell it wrong. So
yeah.
But Ed's got a Kickstarter right now, much like myself. Immortal Era number 5, correct?
Yep.
5 is live. So we'll talk about that a little bit more. He's got a cool Kickstarter. We got another person here in the backstage. We got WS Sam Quinton representing. I think that Sam actually doesn't have those boxes behind him, and he moves them when he has to do a live to make it look like he's busier than the rest of us.
No, I just haven't gotten through these lately. It's been kind of slow going the last couple of weeks.
Okay. All right. But yes, welcome everyone. You know, what I do here, if you guys have never done these things before, is we kind of hang out. We talk about projects that we have going on. We kind of hang out and talk about the business a little bit. And then, we plug away, about our stuff, but we try to make it more informative. Last time we did one of these, we really got to talk to people and told people like what's going on, what our projects are about, and like what the industry looks like and how we can influence it, or what's cool going on. So I thank you guys all for coming on. I know we have a few more. I think we can get 10. So it'll be crazy. So I'm going to look at some comments real quick just to make sure. I had messaged some people the link, and they didn't, and they're replying to me. So I'm just seeing what they said, just so I don't miss something before it starts. Caleb says, sorry to miss it. Something came up. That's cool, Caleb. No issue if you're watching the replay. And then who else said something? Who else? It was Daniel. Daniel said something. I don't know what he said. I can't find it. So he said something. I'm sure it's very important. He's got some cool stuff going on. Daniel's always working on American stuff. Daniel, if you're watching this and it's because you don't have the link, I can't find your message. Oh, I just found it. I'll send it to you. So that is it. So we've got some people. Jim O'Reilly says, gentlemen. So we are gentlemen.
Jim, what's up, man?
Redshift Comics says Justin's got the voice for radio, and Justin does. So before we start getting into deep cuts and asking each other questions, let's go around the room and talk about what everybody's working on. We'll start at the bottom and go to the top. Sam, what's going on? What's new with the world of Sam?
Well, we are currently working on the Kickstarter campaign page for 47 Furious Tales, which should go live on October 1st. We've got Alexia, who I was just speaking with, who's taking care of some of the imagery for that campaign page, as well as getting pencils and such done to the book itself. And then we've got books in progress for January Kickstarter Reign of Ages with Nick Capone and I, and that co-created IP. Then Necroholic in March by Brian Lee, and in talks with an artist on the creation of my first manga series.
Nice. Awesome.
So
Awesome. Awesome, really cool stuff there. Ed, tell us what's up.
So right now I'm right in the middle of the campaign for Immortal Era 5. That book's kind of always in the works. Issue 6, we're finishing up the final artwork for that, so that basically as soon as issue 5 is out, we can get 6 ready to launch by the end of the year. That one, I'm planning on making that a 30-issue series, so there'll always be a new book with Immortal Era. But what I'm hoping is if after issue 6, I can work on a second title that I've had moving around in my head for a while. So I want to actually get to that. It's all in note phase right now, but I want to take those notes and turn it into a solid issue. And then also working on an idea that I have for a kid-friendly book so that the students that I teach can actually read something I write.
Right, that's always good. Yeah, I can't show my kids anything I write, so I feel you. So we got another guest. Hold on, we got Kat. And Ed, if you can send me that link in the private message, I can go ahead and put a banner up temporarily for it. Katrina, I know you're just joining. Why don't you tell us what you're working on? What's going on? Say hi.
Hi, everybody. Right now, I am working on my next book, which will be Back to the Toy Store, and that's going on live on Kickstarter October 1st. So right now, I'm sharing the preview link around and all that fun stuff.
Awesome. And do you have any Kickstarters live? Is anybody of your stuff up right now?
No, I wrapped Apo's Army, which was my last book we ran in May. And that's actually been fulfilled.
But I mean, on the editing side, do you have anything?
Oh, on the editing side, I have, I have Sever with Braden Cox, and I have Black Market Heroin with Russell Nolte.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Yep, both those are live on Kickstarter right now.
Okay. We're adding people. We got Daniel here.
Yes.
Jumping us stuff. Real quick, let's do this. I'm gonna create a banner real quick because anything that's live, we'll give banners to. I'm gonna do that at the end. We'll figure it out. But we'll get banners. Sever's up. Immortal Era's up. Make sure you check them out. You don't have to see our faces, so go ahead and check those out while you're here. Go check them out. Come back. Daniel, tell us what's up, man.
Nothing much. Just finishing up the fulfillment for American Dreams 1 through 5. The books are on my way to the person who's helping me with the shipping everything out, so everyone should be getting the rewards, physical rewards soon. Digital rewards already been sent out into the world.
Nice. Good. You're good.
And just juggling a whole bunch of other projects.
Yeah, I saw some art. The things are looking cool.
Yeah.
JW.
And my next Kickstarter hopefully will be like in March.
Nice. Okay. All right. And you're going to New York Comic Con, right? You got
but just with a pro badge because I couldn't get a table. But I got a table for Baltimore.
Okay.
I got a table for C2E2.
Nice. I want to go to C2E2 very, very bad. So I feel you.
I'm waiting on my pro badge approval for C2E2.
Yeah, I got my pro badge for New York Comic Con, but I hadn't come in the mail yet, so I'm like, where is it? Supposed to get a tracking number, but it's like I haven't gotten anything.
That's crazy. So JW, what's up?
Sir.
I'm just gonna call you James, by the way. JW upsets me. I actually don't even like putting it on the books, even though you told me to. I don't like it. I put James every time, and then my wife is like, "Hey, he doesn't like that," and I'm like, "I don't give a crap what he likes." And then she changes it because I'm not paying attention because I'm working on something else.
I've seen it slip through a couple times as James, but that's fine.
No, don't tell him it's fine. He'll do it every time now.
Well, a lot of people don't know the JW part. That's like all of my books on JW, but whatever. Well, I'm still waiting for art so I can get Omni fulfilled. It's just been a very long wait, just put it that way. But then, of course, I have Expired, where I did the colors for cover 3 or C, I guess it is. You should, if anyone who hasn't backed that yet, you should really go and check that out. There's some weird guy who writes that one. I can't think of his name, but just.
Damn Quentin, he's weird. He must have written that.
You keep saying that, I'm going to boot you off my OnlyFans, Travis.
And let's see, I have a couple other stuff we're hoping once we get Omni 1 fulfilled, I can get Omni 2 out because it's done and just sitting here waiting. And then I have another book that we're waiting to be able to kickstart, Fall from Grace. And then we'll go from there. So I have issue 3 of Project 34 that's going to get ready to be printed and come out. That usually doesn't go to Kickstarter. That's just something I sell on my own. But so, yeah.
Nice. And I think we're going to have a full house, so I may be kicking and adding people as we go, just so you guys are aware, so don't be shocked if that happens. But we have a new challenger who entered. I don't know this gentleman, but he knows me, or he wouldn't have got the link. So what's up, man?
Hey guys, so a little tired here because I'm in the middle of my 2-week tour. I just finished Florida SuperCon, and right now I'm in the hotel room here in Atlanta on my way to Cincinnati for the Cincinnati Comic Expo. I'm a guest over there, and I'm going to be having a table section, and I'm going to be hanging out with Uko Smith and Chris Campana, Guy Gilchrist. We have a nice little section there, and we're smack in the middle of the show. It's got a lot of great guests. It's a big show there in Cincinnati, so I'm really looking forward to it. So it's been a lot of running around today under this rain and stuff. It's all good. So I'll be here. You can probably kick me out earlier because I got to take a shower and everything. But I wanted to drop in and say hi to everybody.
Yeah. Well, what are you working on right now? What are you selling at this con?
Well, right now I'm in the middle of developing a few pitches. I've been asked to do approached by some magazines that want me to get some stories in, and I'm writing 2 stories for the upcoming Stupid Kids anthology. We'll be debuting at the end of the year. These are basically stories about our youth and all those stupid things we did as kids. So it's some of those stories are a lot of autobiographical, so there's a lot of fun with that. I'm also in the middle of inking the Valentine's Bluffs comic book that's based on the upcoming fan film Valentine Bluffs, which is the sequel to My Bloody Valentine. So I'm doing that. And I got a whole bunch of new crazy things I'm developing for New York Comic Con. I'll be doing it for the very first time this year. And I made a lot of great friends over in Florida, SuperCon, and they're all going to get involved with me doing things over here for New York. And it's looking great. I mean, I got a whole bunch of other stories coming up. My own book is coming out, working on with a buddy of mine. We did the Not So Fair Tales Jocko character, and we're going to develop it into a graphic novel where I had already developed the universe, but now we're really expanding it. So probably by end of 2022 or 23, in the beginning of 23, we'll have that one out for Kickstarter. So we'll see how that goes.
Awesome. By the way, if you comment here, make sure you guys share it. If you guys are in the chat or in the back room, make sure you share it out just so people know what we're doing. Just kind of hanging out. Yeah, we got people already waiting in the back room. We added Brett, so we're going to make Justin wait even more longer, but he's working, so he doesn't even care. Brett, what's going on, brother? How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Brett, thanks for coming. What's going on? Tell us right now. We're going around the room and just telling us what's going on. If you have a Kickstarter live, if you're working on a upcoming Kickstarter, if you're going to cons, just tell us what you're creating. Tell us what's up.
Yeah. All right. So for the people that don't know, I'm the creator of the Dust Bunny Mafia comic, which is like Looney Tunes meets The Godfather. It started off it's a newspaper style comic strip. Kind of started off doing its own thing, and then ever since I moved to Chicago about 5 years ago, I started doing kind of historical fiction in a way, where I do a lot of research on real life mobsters, and started a based on a true story series where I take names like John Gotti and Al Capone and find interesting stories about them, and kind of twist them and adapt them using my characters, and then give some history about what really happened. So that's been my big project. I've started going to cons again this summer, mostly outdoor shows, which are interesting to do in Chicago. But it feels good to be getting back into it. Over the past year, I focused pretty heavily on Kickstarters to kind of make up for not going to shows,
Right.
but still, allowing me to produce some projects. And coming up at the end of this month or in early October, I'm doing a set of trading cards featuring what I call mobables, which are that picture's not going to show very well. Mobsters that had animal nicknames that I reimagined as their animal counterparts. So I have a set of trading cards, and each one has a bunch of facts, like the old school sports cards or like Pokemon trading cards, that kind of thing. And so I'm doing kind of a limited edition set that blends these historical mobsters and for the true crime fans with comic fans. So yeah.
And I can trade them because they're trading cards. So if James gets some and I get some, we could meet up and trade them.
I mean, that's the plan down the road. I'm doing my first set of 15, and they're coming in the booster pack kind of thing. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So Justin, you would be next, but there's someone in the background. Do you want to go next, or do we want to get the person in the background and see what they're up to?
I'm 100% willing to be the Matt Damon of the show. So every time it's about my turn to talk, just bring someone else on.
Does that make me Ben Affleck? Because I'm super excited about this. If this
No, you would be Jimmy. What's
I'm
his name?
Jimmy. I'm Fallon.
No, the other one. The
Jimmy
other
Kimmel.
Jimmy
Kimmel.
Kimmel.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a fat comment if I've ever heard one. Not that Ben Affleck is in his skinny years. All right, I'm going to remove someone for a minute. I think Mark said he needed to take a shower, right? Let's see.
I'll step out. I can step out for a few. I'll step out so you can bring somebody.
Come back on though. We want to hear more from you.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right, take a shower, do your thing.
Yeah, man.
And then we've got
Hey! What's going on, Mr. Gibb? Hello, Orange Cone. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, what's up, man?
They
Doing
only
okay.
normally hide on Twitter,
Good.
and they interview mostly Indiegogo people, so they don't know anything about Kickstarter. So we're all foreign and strange to them.
We just don't do Facebook streams. We have
Well, I mean,
Kickstarter people
technically
on.
it's on.
We
Yeah,
just
usually
had some
Wednesdays.
on last week on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is Kickstarter day on our channel.
Except
but
for today.
I don't know what I'm doing right now. This is a Facebook stream. I didn't even know how to share the link. We barely figured it out in time, but yeah, usually I'm just like, oh, click, don't. But
Yeah,
not
Neff's
YouTube.
been good enough to talk to me before, so it's good to see you, man.
Hey man, it's good to see you too. And you're right in the middle. You're like the special square.
The center
Yeah.
square.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the best one, right?
That's the one that keeps getting hit or miss all the time, you know.
Favoritism, I say.
I think he's the Alice of our Gib bunch.
Right?
Oh no.
Which one would that make us?
Well, it's
Tommy
like-
or Sally or?
See, I
know.
was thinking about like Hollywood Squares.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Center
yeah.
square.
Your mind went to the game show. Our mind
Yeah.
went to the content.
So, Nev, tell us about Mavericks. I mean, we've known each other for about a year now, and we've done some stuff. I've done some background helping them, figure out how to crowdfund, and then I lost them because they just hit the ground running. And then I sometimes catch up and say, "Hey, what are you doing?" And sometimes they're like, "We did great things," and then sometimes they're like, "Travis, we did bad things." How
That's pretty much it. It's like you check in with your mentor or your student advisor, and they're like, "Wow, I'm really impressed at how well you're doing." And then sometimes it's like, "Wow, I'm really disappointed, but I'm not angry." So it's a mixed bag. But we've been learning. We've taken some lumps along the way, but we're rolling with the punches and doing our thing. And really, Travis has been a great help to us. Figuring out Kickstarter and getting
Crowdfunding in
to
general.
network with people in general. Honestly, like talking to Travis about how to go about setting up a crowdfunder, printing, how to market your tiers, that kind of stuff. We probably wouldn't have been able to figure out how to get into crowdfunding without him. So there you go. That's enough smoke up Travis's ass. No, legit though. Like seriously, Travis, thank you very much for everything. You've been fantastic. Mavericks is a sci-fi military action thriller set in a alternate version of our world ravaged by a global collapse dubbed the Cascade. Book 1, Origins, centers around 6 brave mech pilots that go into a ruined city to rescue some refugees trapped behind enemy lines. They come face to face with something they're not prepared to deal with. And the rest of Volume 1 is basically a desperate fight for survival while they unravel the mystery as to why this thing is there in the first place. So it's exciting.
Nice. Absolutely. I like it. I even wrote something in it. So
Yeah.
Travis has a story in the what we call the Ashcan anthology, the active duty Ashcan anthology. It's 3 stories that are kind of like side missions for Mavericks that we've collected and put in a separate magazine. Originally, it was going to be a backup to put in the book, and then we had a second backup, and then we were told, hey, the best thing to do would just be make another book, which is what we did. I wrote a story rounding it out to make it 3 to make enough pages to fill it out for a 24-page comic, and Travis is the lead off, I think.
Thanks. Yeah. So Justin had to go.
Tyler goes, ew, the frequency people are here. Kick them. What's up, Tyler? Draw talk.
Yeah, he's been playing with digital painting today, he said.
Yeah, I saw. It looked really good.
Is he high on digital fumes?
Oh man, if you could do that, could you imagine how slow productivity would be?
Right?
He did. Tyler did back the book today. We're super excited to get it out to you guys. I mean, I know that shipping can be a pain in the butt, but I really want to send you all the physical copy because we're so proud of it. It's this big, giant, like oversized thing, and I really want you guys to love that rather than to have to like crowd into your computer screen to read it.
So what else is new?
What else is new? Oh, we're going to Gamercon this weekend.
And I also sent you flyers. They should get there Friday. Travis.
Right. You should have sent us flyers. I feel like a
Yeah.
dumbass.
Oh, I got 1,000 things going on. I don't have time to do that.
Fair enough.
But I did realize that when I'm up there, it is Rhode Island Con. Are you going to that?
I don't think we have reserved a spot yet.
No, we talked about it. We didn't kind of really make a decision yet. I'm kind of conned out because we did Fan Expo Boston, then Kineticon, and now Gamercon kind of back to
And
back.
before
to
that,
back.
we did Terrificon.
Yeah, but we had like downtime.
Oh yeah, no, you mean that we've gone one weekend after another after another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, I don't know that I want to go to another convention yet. But give me a week, and I might change my
Yeah,
mind.
we'll see.
All right. So next up, we have myself, I guess, right?
Yay!
I got stuff. So I've got Expired Live. We're at 134, 3,643. We just unlocked our second stretch goal. Always appreciate more backers. So if you haven't done it, please do so. Expired is about a bunch of people on a series of islands. There's about 7 islands. And in those islands, oxygen is very, very limited. And it's doled out by a ruling class. And that ruling class hands out the oxygen to people. Tyler says he can't wait for the book. A ruling class of people. And they all have, they get oxygen doled to them. And this is an adventure crew that's trying to fight that system. But it's sci-fi fantasy. So you're going to see monsters and fantasy creatures. We already have some new races. All the cool things you're going to see. And with sci-fi and guns and all that cool stuff. Other than that, I'm at Daytona Comic-Con this weekend, which is really cool. We have Holiday Spirits coming after that. Holiday Spirits is an anthology that we're putting together, done by Jerome, our letterer. And then we have Wonderland coming after that, which Trish is just asking, when is Wonderland coming? Please and beg you. Wonderland is coming in January. But you just got to get Expired now and then get Holiday Spirits, and then you'll get little hints of when it's coming. Greg says evening. All right, so everybody's kind of done a quick pitch about their stuff. So now we're going to hit.
I kind of didn't, but that's another story. Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Well, I didn't do American History. I know I said that the stuff was coming to the backers. That's all I did.
All right, what else you got? Tell me.
Well, American Dreams is a alternate history superhero book. It's in the 1900s here in New York, where a Jewish immigrant gains superpowers from a assassin experiment that goes terribly awry, and complications obviously ensue. And the first arc is done, and it's going to the backers right now. I also got Night Wrath coming in development, which is a 90s kind of anti-hero book. Then I have Sadiq, which is what I call a kosher western. And I have something called Greasers vs. Aliens that's in development, which is, I call it American Graffiti meets Mars Attacks.
Okay. Nice.
So I got a lot of balls in the air, plus other things being worked on all the time.
Nice. Yeah. Well, and that's what we're going to do tonight, we're going to promote our stuff because that's just going to come. But what I'm going to do a little differently, oh, wait, hold on. We have a new arrival. Device not connected. So that's not going to work. They will need to connect the device. Oh, I see a face. He can't see me. He doesn't know if his mic's working, and I'm just going to leave him there to just let him hang.
Language in the back.
But it's super amusing to me. I informed the guy who sent him the invite, I don't know this guy, that I'm an asshole. And he said that I was a professional, really good guy. So this is going to work out great. Alan's going to be super sure. Alan, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, Mike actually gave me this info. I don't know if you guys know that fool or not.
No Mike. Mike Tenor. No one knows Mike Tenor. No,
well, that's
never heard of him.
That's how it should be, right? But yeah, no. Mike, he and I are actually really good friends. We're from the same town, and we are. Well, I guess Mike's more of a creator than I am. My second comic book series, Pocus Hocus, is launching the second issue. We actually just launched the Kickstarter today.
Nice. Yeah, I saw the launch.
Like 2 hours ago launch. Yeah.
Right. I left a comment because I was asked to give feedback, and then they launched it. So clearly my feedback is whatever Travis says is irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the exact quote Mike used, but we had to edit it.
Right.
What's it called?
It's called Pocus Hocus.
Pocus Hocus.
With Hocus Pocus, the Disney movie.
So, But yeah, that's what's going on here. So all right, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna talk about our projects. What is Hocus Pocus about? Tell us a
Okay.
little bit more.
It's the most original story you'll ever hear. It's about a guy that sells his soul to demons for power. Never heard of it before, I know.
Yeah, that's deep. That's good. That's good. Sorry, Justin Birch is messaging me, even though he had to leave because of his baby crying, and he said he did want to hang out with me because of street cred, and I like that. I like that. I give people street cred. So, what we're gonna do tonight is I'm gonna bring up a subject, and we're gonna talk about it. During that, you're more than welcome. I'm gonna also try to get everybody's campaigns, and I'm gonna try to put them in banners so people know about it. But we're gonna talk for like a half hour. Maybe an hour about various indie comic subjects. And that's going to be tough. And I'm going to ask some tough questions. I'm going to put you guys under the fire a little bit, on what's going on. But I think it's important to have some open discussions when it comes to indie comics. When you go on these shows, and Neff does a show, JW does a show, and all you tend to get on these shows, and not because you want, is you get an origin story of the creator, you get what the book's about, and then one or two interesting questions. But you don't really get to talk about some of the nuts and bolts about what this is like or things and stuff. So this is kind of one of those things. And if anybody has any questions that they want in the comments, please go ahead and do it. Greg says, we all hang out with you because of street cred. Oh, that's nice. Am I like a street shark? Heated discussions. Here we go. Mike Benson, ask a question. All right, so my first question, and this is where I'm at. I find that most indie creators do not read mainstream comics. So I want to go around the room and I want to hear if you read mainstream comics, and if you do, which ones and why. And if you don't, that's okay. Explain why you don't read it, because I think there's an interesting discussion here. Chuck, as you had me at heated discussions. All right, so we're going to start. We're going to randomize this. Do I get a D6? I do not have a D6. And it wouldn't work anyways because there's more than 6 people.
You need a D8.
I can do math.
You need a D8, and you can probably just do like roll D8 through.
Now we're going to do Sam, since Sam is plays D&D and does D&D stuff, and he looks like he's not paying attention.
No,
We're
I'm
going to
paying
bring that
attention.
to Sam first.
Sure. I myself read one mainstream comic.
Okay.
That's Aria from Image. Jane Acleto and all them. I've been a fan of that book since it first came out. So anytime they release something new, I pick it up. The other than that, probably the last 3 years, the only comics I've bought have been Kickstarter and Indiegogo created titles. So my chief among those have been Boston Metaphysical Society with Madeline, Mike Shea's Miskatonic High, Miskatonic University, Mojo Rising, looking forward to the next issue on that. Ghost Assassin with Adam Watson. There's a few other titles from Indiegogo and stuff like that. So it's been just one of those things where my interest in characters kind of waned. There was, I don't know, I just didn't see many new Batman stories. There wasn't anything new or interesting happening with the Punisher. Spider-Man was conflated. Real life can be complicated enough when you're a single dad working a day job and making comics. Don't really have the inclination to chase Peter Parker and everything else going around with him right now. So yeah, Indie's been a real haven for me. I've really enjoyed what I'm reading.
All right. There's no right or wrong answer. I mean, I have an opinion, but we'll share that. We'll wait for that for the end. But there's no right or wrong answer. There's just mine. Brett, your turn.
So, yeah, I don't read anything mainstream.
Okay.
The most mainstream thing I would actually read is webcomic format. So, like, I follow newspaper style Foxtrot, Calvin and Garfield, those kind of strips that are still publishing. But I can't tell you the last time I picked up an actual series from the big two. I mean, back in the day, with the art that I liked, Sonic the Hedgehog, but that was probably 15, 20 years ago. But yeah, so I mean, I pretty much, like Sam, support a lot of Kickstarter comics. I probably have too many to count offhand, to ramble off. And yeah, other than that, it's, I like to support other indie artists like myself. So whether I'm at an artist alley or browsing Kickstarter, if something catches my eye, I'd rather support people like myself trying to make a name in this world as opposed to the big studios.
Awesome. Well, I will say this. So though I'm going to have some feedback about this subject later, I will say this. You reading the funnies, for lack of a better term, is closer to what you're creating, though. So you are reading what you are creating, right? I want to create indie comics, and me reading indie comics and stuff. But so I would say that you are reading what you should be for what you're creating. So I'll give you props. I'm going to go. I know Kat's answer, so I'm not going to go to Kat. I will go to Kat eventually, but it's just unfair to throw Kat when I know the answer after Sam and Brett's answer. So I'm going to go to Alan because I don't know Alan at all. So Alan may be the biggest Marvel and DC guy ever. I don't know.
Okay, so as far as mainstream goes, I'm a sucker for anything Batman. I can't.
Okay.
Favorite superhero since I was a kid. But I'm actually relatively new to the comic world because my weapon of choice has always been manga.
Oh.
Just love it. Yeah, that's really what got me into everything. And then I just went to a local comic shop, and the most recent series that really wrapped me up, anything by Joe Hill, really got me. And the book Mercy, that miniseries, I don't know if you guys read that. That book was awesome. And it was just the artwork in it. And that's really, I think, what kickstarted me, no pun intended, for wanting me to really do, like my type of comic, because I loved the Victorian era stuff. And yeah.
No, good answer. Joe Hill's a great thing. And, manga, if you want manga, please introduce yourself to Tyler Carpenter. He has left us and done manga. I'll miss him greatly. He used to be a great supporter, but he now just does manga and doesn't know us. And he talks. And if you spend money, you can talk to him on his Patreon. Other than that, he doesn't slum it with the rest of us anymore.
Oh man.
Neff actually had a good thing. If you have a Twitter handle or everything, go ahead and add that to your tag so people can follow you. That's actually really, really useful information if you want to give out that. Neff is hold on. I'm currently working on a secret comic right now. Tyler, you're not. You're lying. You've left us. Don't say that. Tyler, don't. I only back your Patreon just in case one day you do a comic on accident.
It's so secret it doesn't exist.
That's the secret.
Just in case one day you do a comic by accident. Yes.
Right.
Damn.
I guess, Tyler. And if I have to hire you again to make you do work like real comic work, not manga, let me know.
I thought I was the only guy that roasted Tyler like that. Damn, Travis. Well done. See, mentoring me all the more.
Ed, what's going on? We're going to go up into your square. You have to hide behind my logo. That's insulting.
Yeah, I got to keep shifting.
I'll see if I can remove that. Hold on. I'm sorry. Can I remove that? Let me see.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Now I'm not hiding behind a logo anymore.
Right.
Actually,
I can just move Alan to your spot. Hold on, let me see. And then I can hide Alan. He's got nothing there anyways.
Someone has to hide behind the phone. No, I'm a Batman fanatic as well, so I'll read anytime a new Batman comes out. A new #1 drops. There's a Batman series being written by Garth Ennis, and I'm pretty much. I mean, I grew up loving Preacher. That was one of my favorite books of all time. It made me want to get into comic book writing. So if I see Garth Ennis's name on a Batman book, I'm definitely gonna give it a shot. So if I see one of my favorite writers doing one of the mainstream books, I'll always give it a try. Sometimes I'll buy number ones and not venture into the other ones, wait for the trades to come out. But I do still read some of the mainstream titles. And my bigger priority right now is in Indiegogo Kickstarter stuff. I just finished my first full long box that's nothing but Kickstarter projects. So I thought that's cool because I have long boxes upon long boxes in the garage of stuff I bought in the 90s. And now I filled the first one that's nothing but indie work that I've supported. So it was cool to know that box is full and it's just from, creators like myself that are trying to get their stuff out there.
Nice. Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm going to pause for just a second because I came up with the idea and I love ideas. And since I'm in charge, I'm going to do that. Where is Alan going every 2 minutes? What is going on in your life?
Sorry. Listen, I deserve the cone of shame right now.
Right. All right. I'm not going to get into your personal if I don't know you like that, but something's happening back there. And you do you. Like, if you need to be, like, privately. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Expired. Our goal before we leave this chat is to get it to, let's get to 3,700, which is, like 50 more bucks. All right? Hocus Hocus, we want to get it to 30 backers because you're going to make 1,000 a minute. All right, you just got back, so we've only got 5 more to go on that.
You're
or 6 more.
You're $2 away from 1,000.
Wow, that's wild.
Right, and Mavericks, we're going to try to get. We're going to try to get them to 30 backers. We're going to try to get them 30 backers.
Yeah, actually, we just hit it. We got 25 backers and $1,022.
Nice. So we're going to try to get Mavericks to 30. We're going to try to get Hocus Pocus to 30. We're going to try to get me to 40. So everyone's going to try to get 5 backers. So that's our goal. All right. So if you're on this and you haven't backed us, give us $1. Let me tell you what $1 means as we pause this. $1 on Kickstarter means the world. If you've backed other projects and people follow you, that $1 is going to go out to everybody and let them know that you backed this project. And it means something. It's such a big deal. So make sure you get it. Make sure you do that. We're also going to get, Katz has got, we got some pre-launch pages up. All right, we're going to get to those in a minute. Hold on. Pre-launches is after the comment question. But yeah, I'm getting those in the chats. All right, so help us out. Let's try to get that going.
Can we get links?
You'll get them. I'll put them up.
Look, you want my dollar. You gotta work for it.
Oh, all right.
My camera's gonna go away for a second if it pleases the throne. I gotta link the thing in here.
Leak the thing in here?
I gotta link the thing. I'm gonna leak all over.
That's none of my business. You do you.
Is that allowed?
All right, Alan, I'm going to remove you for a minute while you leak, and just let us know when you're back. Alan's a weird dude. I'm not sure if I'm ready for him on my chat. We're going to bring an old trusty back right here. All right. Oh, he went away too. All right, we'll figure it out. All right.
There he is.
There's more.
JW, tell us about mainstream. What do you back? What do you do? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Are they the devil? Tell me what's up.
Until Mark came back, I was probably the oldest person in the room. What? I'm going to be 47 in like a couple weeks. So
I'm 55.
Watch what I said. Before you came back, I was the oldest person in the room.
I'm pretty close.
47 was a long
in December.
time ago.
But so I grew up reading mainstream. So like I've been, I started on G.I. Joe and then went to X-Men, and I've been on X-Men since then, since like 1988, I believe it was, probably before that. So I still read a bunch of mainstream. This is my stack I need to read through. And I have more that are on their way that just shipped out today. But I still have tons of, I back a lot of stuff on Kickstarter. I've got this stack of Kickstarter stuff that I'm currently reading through to do reviews on. And there's another stack of this big just from I can't even think who it is. Yeah, let me just grab it. Martha Schwartz.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, like, this is all of her stuff that I need to read through. So, I do both. I still read my mainstream stuff. I don't miss X-Men. I haven't missed X-Men since 1988. I've had every issue since then. So yeah, I read a lot of Spawn. I got back into that recently just because for a while it got really hard to read. Todd McFarlane's a very wordy writer, and it can take you an hour to read one issue. But I'm back into that. I do a lot of, notice as I got older, I've moved more to DC stuff away from Marvel. Probably the X-Men are probably about the only Marvel thing I read all the time. But DC, I've been reading Titans Academy because I always like Teen Titans. What else? The Batman, Catwoman, 12-issue maxi series, and Crime Syndicate. I was just reading that. So, yeah.
Wow. All right. By the way, I am posting all the links in the chats because apparently I can do that, but it doesn't go to Facebook.
Yeah, mine doesn't either.
You sent the Facebook video to public.
Yeah, I already did that, but it doesn't. It's not posting my thing.
Yeah, that's how mine is.
Weird.
Mike,
post it to
if
my
you
YouTube.
can grab these links for me and post them, that would be great. And also, I missed Ed, which was crazy because Ed, I actually told him that we have to beat his numbers. What was it? 135 was your highest?
162.
162. So we got to get him to 175 this time. That's very important to me because I made a claim randomly on the internet, and that's important.
Hey, I'm here to help your claim work.
Right. So make sure you get that. I'm trying to we got Hocus Pocus. I got Mavericks. These are all on the YouTube in the chat. We're posting them up and on the Twitter. And Immortal Error, we're just getting that up there. So he's at 105. So he also needs to get to 110. And then all the people who have pre-launch pages, we're going to get those up after we get our 5 backers over here. But we'll get it. And hold on, Ed, I'm going to move you out for just a second, but you will be in the background, okay? Okay. It goes large every time I do that. I don't know why. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I want to see if Alan's alive, and I'm worried about him. So we're going to see him. I don't know if he's alive. Alan, are you alive?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you sure? Did you tinkle or whatever you needed to do? Because I was worried.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm sure. Sure. I want to make sure that you're good. So we got Mavericks, we got Expired, and we've got Hocus Hocus. We've got
Immortal.
We got all four. Okay, we're good. So make sure you back. Again, even $1 makes a big difference. Back, share, trying to get everybody 5 backers. That's kind of a cool thing. Want to support each other, do all that. So who was next in our chat? I took it out. Who have I not asked? Daniel, what are you doing for mainstream? What's going on?
Well, I got a massive backlog I actually have to catch up on because I've been relaxing my reading. But I read a lot of DC, and I mean a lot. It's the majority of my pull list. Some Marvel and a good chunk of indie. But as I said, I'm unfortunately several months behind because work started up again and I just couldn't catch back up. So I actually am spending a little time reading tomorrow while streaming services during Yom Kippur. I read a lot of mainstream stuff because I write superhero books mainly, so that's my bread and butter right there. I also back a lot of Kickstarter stuff. So it's a nice balance of I think really indie and mainstream.
Okay. All right. Let's see, Kat. What's going on? I think I gotta bring my dog in here. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Kat, ask. Go ahead.
Okay, so I guess no surprise to Travis, I don't read mainstream comics. I know. My actual real introduction to comics came through indie comics. The first comic I ever actually owned myself was a Big Dog Ink title. So I've kind of started with indie comics. I've stayed with indie comics. These days, I'm not reading a whole lot of anything because I'm reading so much for work. I'm working on multiple comic projects and as well as novels. So usually it's kind of if you work on computers all day, you don't want to come home and play on the computer. So it's the same kind of thing with me. I read so much for work, which I absolutely love, but I'm a little bit fried by the time come down to be like, do I want to actually sit down and read something for fun? But I am taking next week off for my birthday, so I'm going to pack a few comics with me when I go to Canada. And bless you, Daniel.
Thank you.
I mean, you do read tons of comics, just mostly for
I do.
enemies.
I read tons of comics, just usually before they're on the market.
Look at all these.
Hey, David, how are you?
All right, so who else we got? Someone's trying to enter the studio, but it's full at 10 people. Upgrade to the professional plan for 12. Sure. All right. Continue. Let's see if I can get Ed back in if I do that. Global, what are we doing? What are you guys doing? Where's your mainstream?
So currently, I will read anything by Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal. He's a great artist, but he's also a fantastic writer. He really understands how to tell a story sequentially. He's doing more Murder Falcon, so I'm really excited to hear about that. Also
his wrestling book.
His wrestling book's
so
coming
cool.
out.
I'm excited for that.
And we also read Ultra Mega, and I think that's like I think it's Skybound, right? Is that Image Skybound? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It breaks the traditional format, so it's not like a real like mainstream book. You know, it's like it's extra large, and I don't mean like size wise. I mean like thickness. You know, it's extra thick. It's got extra pages. James Herron is a great artist. His stuff is really dynamic and exciting. I haven't read a whole lot of like mainstream superhero titles in a while. It's been I think I burnt out on the death metal in DC and the King in Black in Marvel, and trying to keep up with all of the multitude of titles just kind of broke me. So I had to step away. I couldn't keep up with X-Men when X of Swords started. So I was just like, well, okay, I'm done. And then I think like death metal really did me in. So I haven't really read anything since then, other than these two, because we kind of scaled back and really started working on our own stuff. But
I am a big fan of Monstrous, which is Marjorie Liu and Sana
you also read
in Image puts that out. And then We Live, which is Aftershock, I think. It was a 5-issue limited series.
Yeah, they got Rhea,
but they just
because of it.
Yeah, they did really well, so they're going to do more. So I'm really excited
Did you read
about
Homesick
that.
Pilots, right?
Homesick Pilots is pretty good. I'm a couple issues behind on that. I think that's
we've been kind of busy.
I haven't read. I have a stack that I have to go back and basically anything that came out since like mid-July, I haven't read it, but I have it. So
Garrett picks up her pull list
sit
and
up
brings
in
it
October, and I'm just gonna sit and read everything. And Lady Mechanica just got picked up by Image, so
that's now technically mainstream.
If Image counts as mainstream.
Yes.
I don't know if you're counting like only the big two or
three,
just like anything.
I just asked a question. You answer how you feel.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's where we're at.
Yeah.
So we do read some mainstream stuff. I do agree with you though. A lot of indie creators have kind of just turned their back on what's offered in the mainstream, or they only hear about stuff that pisses people off in the mainstream, and they don't really do an excellent job of trying to consume all of the fare that is out there. And if you're in comics, we were just talking to Mike McMahon today, one of the best things you can do as an artist and a writer is to just consume as much art as possible. If you don't like it, learn why you don't. If you do like it, let it inspire you. So I don't think we should close ourselves off.
That's good. All right, there's one person who hasn't answered this question. The question is, do you, as an indie creator, do you read mainstream stuff?
Yeah, that's to me, right?
That's you. Yeah, you're the other one who hasn't
Yeah,
answered.
I stopped reading comics like mainstream stuff 3 years ago.
Okay.
I just can't deal with it. I only read Kickstarter stuff like anything by Dirk Manning. I'll read, and a whole bunch of other great people like the Kliasu stuff, a lot of the anthologies, and the main reason I'm not reading any other stuff is because as a writer, and because I'm pitching so many ideas, I'm writing so many stories, I don't want any chance that I get influenced by somebody else, that I subconsciously pick up something and include it somewhere. And then I got some jerk off going, oh, you copied this so-and-so's stuff. It's similar and stuff, though. I've always said there are only 10 stories in the world, and we're constantly rehashing them 100 times. So we're always going to be bumping into other people's concepts. So, but just to avoid anything recent, I'm not reading anybody's work right now. And except prose stuff, I'll still read the Stephen King stuff. And actually on this trip, I've been reading up on my Edgar Allan Poe. So just to get some really good ideas from there, like remembering how to do simple stuff,
Did you know Sylvester Stallone was trying to do an Edgar Allan Poe movie?
No,
Yeah.
Disastrous.
Yeah, he
or
optioned the
amazing,
rights
who
to
knows?
Edgar Allan Poe. He was doing the whole he was going to be Edgar Allan Poe too.
Oh,
Who knew?
I don't know about that.
That would not have ended well.
He can direct it, he can produce it, but I don't think I need him to.
There
act
you
in it.
never more. Who's that laptop talking? Adrian!
So just so you guys know, Cat is not gone. I can only have 10 squares, so I rotate people. I know someone's trying to get in. Can you private message me on Facebook, and I'll try to figure it out.
I'll take a leave, guys, because I'm really tired. I got to get back on the road tomorrow anyway. So
tell us where we can find you and what we need to know from you. And by the way, that anthology that you're working on is that Jeff Weber's?
What was it again? I'm sorry.
Kid one, the anthology about when you were a kid, when you messed up. Is that Jeff Weber's anthology?
Yes, that is it.
Love Jeff Weber, good friend of mine. He really wanted me to write something in that, but I don't want my kids to find out.
Yeah, and it was fun because just like one of those things that it's all been snowballing since 2020 for me, in that I did 2 local anthologies in the Jersey level, and then in there was John Eddingfield in one of them. So he asked me to join him to writing on the Not So Fair Tales. So I did 3 in there. Then Jeff asked me to do his, and then Andrew Russell ran into some problems with the modern folklore one, so I ended up drawing that one for him along with my daughter. And actually, he was sending me a moment ago the lettered pages, and they look great. So that's coming up. So yeah, it's just one of those things that it's like a little circle. And I know you and I have talked already about maybe doing one of your Invade ones eventually. So let's see if I can get in that one.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
All right, guys. But anyway, you can reach me like you see here on my Instagram. That's the art by _by Kike. In there, you will find a link to my link trees. There's everything you want in there. All the Kickstarters I've done, all my convention schedules are there. All the information you want there. Contact me for commissions work. Like I said, I'll be this weekend. I'll be at booth 423. At the Cincinnati Comic Expo, and then 2 weeks from then, I'll be at the New York Comic Con making my debut this year there. So I'm really happy with that and stoked about it.
Excellent. Well, thank you for stopping by. We'll get.
Thank you guys. Have all a great evening.
Have a good one.
All right, we'll get Cat back on, and then we've got someone coming in the background in a minute. So, couple of things. First, Tyler just private messaged me. And apparently he didn't hear me that he doesn't do comics anymore. So I don't so I can't send him a link because this is a comic creators. You do manga. So when I do a manga, I will gladly include you, Tyler. Much love. I miss you. Actually, I didn't even read what he said. I just assumed that's what he said. All right. So quick update. Couple of things. Brett and Kat both have Kat and Brett both have really cool things. You don't even have to buy anything on theirs. So they both need, to get their sign up to their pre-launch. Can you guys tell what we need to search for in Kickstarter to get yours, Brett?
Yeah, mine is. Let's see. I guess you could search for Mobimals. So mob animals, essentially. So,
yeah, I mean, I'll put it as a banner, but it's hard because they can't just click on the banner,
Yeah, of course. I'll see if I can drop it in a chat.
Oh, I can drop it in the chat. Hold on. I can do that. I get that. I get you. I follow that one. If you guys can go ahead and click on that, just to be notified of his launch. We're not going to ask you to buy it. We're just asking you to look at it. Just check it out. See if you like it. If you like it, give Brett some money. if you don't like it, give him some
Sure.
money anyways, because he's an indie creator. He needs money, or he can't do these things. And Kat, you have one as well.
I
What is
do.
yours about? Are you writing books again?
I'm reading books again.
See, Tyler at least tries. He's just writing weird looking comics. You know. So,
It's true. I don't even try.
you don't even try. You don't even try. All right, and that's back to the toy store.
Back to the toy store. Yep.
And that link is being shown right now. Mike, again, can you be a doll? If you can grab these from YouTube, put them into Facebook, that would be awesome. Mike Bengston is fantastic. But let's check our numbers. Let's check our numbers before I then roast everybody. And Sean, you can come in. Tyler, if you got the link, you can come in. But it's manga, so I'm probably not going to let you actually be visibly seen, if that's a problem. If anyone has things they want reviewed on the blog or YouTube channels, Travis can hook you up with me. Dude, Dustin, being on Dustin's show is great. I hope he lets me be on his show again, because Dustin is literally amazing. Amazing. I wait. He's one of my favorite backers. He's so good. So he does Comics by Poser. You can find it on YouTube. Watch his stuff. He does all sorts of things, from pops to Kickstarters to all sorts of things. But let's look at our numbers. Immortal Error, we are at 106, so we are 4 under. So you telling me that 4 people don't have monies, don't have $1, don't want to know about immortals that are alive, that the only way to save the world is kill herself? That's the tagline, right, Ed?
Yep. Save humanity by killing them.
So you need to do that. You need to get it. Sorry, Mike's not on his computer. Damn, Mike. David, if you're around, could you grab these from YouTube, the links in the YouTube comments, share them over? That'd be great. So we need 4 more to show their love to Immortal Error. He's only got 18 days to go, so he's never going to get the 4 backers if we don't help him.
Got you, bro.
I need 3 expired 3 backers to get to 140. That'd be a great goal. Nice round number. Got some cool stuff. We're 3 behind. We're getting there. We're closer than Immortal Error. Focus. Did you lose a backer? You're at 29. I swear you were at 30 last time I checked. Maybe I need to refresh. Hold on.
Yeah, I haven't seen the 30 mark yet. Awesome.
Did you tinkle on that 30 and that's what happened?
Yeah.
David, sorry, writing. What are you asking? On the YouTube channel, Travis Gibb on YouTube, David, all these links are, and they're not in the Facebook chat. I can't transfer them over, and it's really hard to do that. If you could do that for me, that'd be great. Or if anybody in this chat could do that, that'd be great. So, yeah, we're trying to get 6 more for Pocus Hocus. I mean, he doesn't even know how to say Hocus Pocus right. But I believe in Alan. He's got to tinkle a lot. I'm concerned about his bladder, but maybe it's just nerves. It's his first night on Kickstarter. What did the last one end at?
I think the last one ended at 72 backers.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
which
so
would mean it's our first time doing anything like this, so it's very nerve-wracking.
Right.
And it's just, I think the one thing that I do want to say is that the community has just been so welcoming. I think that's the big thing that goes unspoken about the indie comic scene, from my experience anyway. It's not so much, it's the well of just amazing comics, but God, the people.
Right.
Like you guys kick ass. So
I
come back for more. I mean, honestly, I had such a good run with Pocus 1 that, I couldn't wait for Pocus 2.
Yeah, I just got Pocus 1 in the mail not too long ago. So
Oh, really?
I was one of your backers.
Nice. I love the art. The art is fantastic.
Awesome.
It's so
Thanks.
good.
Yeah, Brian Belando, man, kills it. So
He does indeed.
Yeah. Very lucky to have him.
We
Sam,
did
I
a
just wanna tell
crossover
you,
print with him.
You look beautiful next to my logo. It's just, it almost covers you up here. I'll move Daniel over there because it's less of his head. He literally moves. Dustin, so I can't find the links on YouTube. I don't know what's going on then. I don't know what to tell you. But we'll figure it out. Alan is talking about how nice the community is, but is blind to see how Travis at Global Freeze treat me. Touch, shake your head. You know what?
He's trying to do an internet war.
Tyler, you're absolutely right. I'm going to remove Alan from the screen and put somebody new on for a minute. Alan, you got to go.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
What?
Hold on a second.
I'm too what?
I'm very fond of Travis, but if you very fond of Tyler. But Travis, if you'll hold Tyler out for just about 10 more minutes, he'll write a new song titled "Where Is My Link?" It'll be wonderful.
He'll have to play it as the intro, though.
Dude, I love Twitter drama. I love Twitter drama.
I don't like Twitter drama, but I love that song.
All right, we have special guest. Alan, I'm gonna move you because you have. I'm
Sorry, Chuck killing me in the chat, man. Drawn beef.
All right, hold on. I got to remove Alan because he's got a tinkling problem, so I can let someone else, a new guest who needs to come in and talk to us, who you guys may not know. He should. I think it's morning there. I think it's the 16th already. So let me introduce you, Alan. Just stay in the background. We'll get you back eventually after you're done tinkling. All right, Mr. Sean Keenan, comics to movies.
G'day, guys. How you going?
Like he's going to be in the center square. Sorry, Brett.
Wow.
Sorry, Brett.
Exactly, Chuck. New segment. So, Sean, how is it in Australia?
We are back in lockdown for the 8th time, unfortunately. So let's not talk about any of that. But the flip side of that is that the one thing, a good thing I say has come out of COVID for me personally is that one, it's really let me focus and rethink the way I do everything in regards to my comic books and promotion and all that type of stuff. And then secondly, it's really just highlighted who is important in my life and who to kind of keep in contact with, keep making sure that they're okay and everything like that. So, although I hate being friggin' locked down, it's yeah.
But are you still Australian?
I am still Australian, mate.
Okay.
Yep.
I was hoping that would go away, but apparently not. Okay, it's fine.
No, and I can't even change my accent. I'm really bad at accents. Every time I'm trying to do an Irish one, my wife keeps telling me I sound like a pirate, not an Irish person. So I don't even try that anymore.
So we're in a group, and I saw the cover to the new book coming out, and it looks frigging fantastic.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Yeah, it's XCT's been around since 2014. Last year we got a little bit of recognition. We won a Best Comic Award at a film festival on the Gold Coast here in Australia, and we're now going to release our next anthology based within that universe. So that just helps us expand that universe out a little bit more, and we've got a bunch of really good writers and artists involved, and even got Megan Hung, who's doing work for Dark Horse at the moment on her own series, doing the variant cover as well. So very cool.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I can't wait. When's the launch for that?
Next Friday. So we're going to do an Australian launch and then a US launch, which is kind of cool. I've been doing live launches for my last few Kickstarters, and they seem to do really well. So if no one's doing that, that's definitely. I only do it for an hour at the beginning of the launch, but it gives a good opportunity for people to come ask questions, and being able to sell yourself is a little bit better as well.
Now, Alan, I brought you back. So you're on your phone. I know. I had to kick out Daniel for a minute. Did you hear that? So when you launch, you're supposed to do a live that kind of tells people that you have a launch. So you're supposed to schedule an event and, talk about your project. Did you have something like that for your launch that happened, an hour ago?
No. This is it.
He was saving it for us.
Yeah, duh. But then he had to tinkle so much. I know.
Just wanted to make sure you heard that and got that.
Yeah.
All right. So, Sean, I got a question for you. We're going around the room, and then I'm going to roast people. So I'm really excited about it. Sean, the question is, do you read mainstream comics, yes or no, and why? Oh, I got to, Sam, you're so hiding. I got to remove that banner. I keep moving it back for Daniel, but Daniel keeps leaving.
The answer to that is no and yes. My first answer is no, because I fell into the trap and I heard the answers to a lot of people here, fell into the trap of being an indie creator and stopped reading mainstream. But over the last 6 to 9 months, I've actually started to get back into mainstream. So it's like I say, it's like cutting your nose off to spite yourself, that you're not going to read some of the most highest grade work, because you don't want to support what you deem as mainstream. But then all of our goals eventually would be to get into a position where our books are mainstream. So that's for me. I've been reading and I just have read the latest Star Wars High Republic. So I've really been enjoying that series. Read the Strange Academy. I've been going back reading the Walking Dead Deluxe, even though I've got all the original ones. I've gone back and started doing that, and then I've just picked up there was Black White as well, which I found to be absolutely terrific books.
Well, I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, in Australia, Superman just got killed by Doomsday, and that's really traumatic to you guys. So here you're still adjusting. How is that going for you? Daniel told me that, by the way.
Yeah, Tom Taylor likes killing all the main heroes. It's like if you're Australian, you can pretty much get away with anything. So it's the accent, I think. So.
Tom Taylor, I thought you guys were still on Juergens and Wade and Peter David. I didn't realize that you guys have upgraded. Wait till you guys hear about Kirkman. He's fantastic. Bendis is going to blow your mind, but one day he'll betray you.
It is a little bit like that, man. It's we got a message the other day because I was just fulfilling a Kickstarter, and US aren't even accepting packages from us anymore. They're just like, well, fuck you guys, but but then we've signed a nuclear pact with you guys, so that's a plus side for us. So, although I don't know, your president couldn't even remember our prime minister's name and said that guy from Down Under. I was like, how good is that? He can't even remember our prime minister's name. That guy from Down Under,
All right. Poser has backed a whole bunch of us, or not all of us. So please thank Poser. Poser is a great supporter of the indie community.
Thank you so much.
David said spoiler soups comes back. So hope this is cool to drop here. I don't know. I didn't get the link, so says this isn't launching until September 30th. So whatever Seer Nova didn't drop, it's not launching until the 30th, but make sure you pick it up. And if it's not ink, it's not worth watching. Reading. Also, Batman Walks Again. Oh, no. John, I can relate to that. I'm waiting on two or three from the Middle East. All right. So, Sean, my big roasting was a lot of what you just said. So thanks. Appreciate that. Good.
Sorry.
All right, so I'm going to go around the room again and ask, what is your goal in comics? Since we're all comic creators, what is your goal? And then I may mock you for your answer before if your goal does not align with what you're doing currently. I'm going to bring Brett back in. I'm going to put you in behind JW. You've been on for a while, and Brett's better looking. To be honest,
I don't doubt that.
Right. So I'm going to put you out. I'll move you, and you'll get to answer that question last.
And I bet he has 2 legs, too.
He does have 2 legs. Whoa. Hey, this is not a leg thing. For the record, Global Frequency, I know you're on Twitter, so please make sure that it's stated that I did not prejudice against James because of his lack of leg. I know on Twitter that could blow up. There'll be a hashtag Travis Hates Disabled. My brother has 1 arm.
Tweet that now.
Got you, bro. I'm on it.
So a hashtag
while I'm in the back, I'll make sure.
It's on Twitter. Make sure you hashtag Travis Does Not Hate Disabled to make sure that everybody's aware.
Travis just kicked me off the live stream because I only have one leg.
Oh, I made you big. That's the opposite of what I want to do. I made me big. Hold on. All right. I'm bad at this. All right. Now ready. Give me a list. He's like, oh, well, I dropped a link after I pressed the enter button. Laugh out loud. My bad. It's for Chronicles of Horror. So the sequel to Chronicles of Horror. And Sean, we'll get your link up there. I will copy that into the chat. All right, Sam, what's your goal? Because you are myself, Sean, and Global. We are definitely like, this is our thing. Actually, maybe Brett too. So go ahead, Sam. Tell him what's up.
Oh, well, in the short term, trying to get to 50 store shelves before the end of the year in the short term for the titles that we're releasing right now, 47 Furious Tales, and then the RPG material. We have distribution through a company out in Oregon owned by Adam Watson, where we're now actually being carried on spinner racks in marijuana dispensaries. That's been very, very good to me. Reaching out to more stores, getting those in there. In 2022, the goal and plan is to execute at least 3 new titles, so that we'll actually get 6 comics out next year, and then grow to in 2023 we want to put out a total of 12 issues in all, so that we have a monthly release pace for at least a title every month, and then grow beyond that to try and get into 2 titles a month. In other goal areas, I've been researching how to get distribution in Europe and in Japan. France is a huge comic book market, as is Japan. Whether it's manga style materials or US style comics, I mean, you can't just ignore those markets. We're leaving money on the table if we do. So I've been putting a lot of legwork into that these last couple of weeks.
Well, Sean says you can't send to Australia. I will tell you that, just so you're aware.
Yeah, that's
no. He can't send to you. You're fine.
I've got 2 people who back Dungeons and Dames that are in Australia, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem. I imagine we'll be sitting in quarantine with that book for a while.
All right, Bubble Frequency. I know you guys are quickly starting to get me into a Twitter war. I appreciate that. It's very important. I didn't want to sleep tonight. I wanted to argue with everybody and post pictures of my brother. He has 1 arm.
I almost had it perfect, but I missed the Twitter handle at the very end, so I couldn't @ him in the tweet. So Frequency Girl made me delete it. Waste of a good opportunity. So for us, I think in the short term, we want to actually print our book and get it to the backers by the end of the year. That is what we want to do. Survive the first crowdfunding campaign, fulfill on time to everyone, get all of the things that we've promised to everyone, and I guess, regroup and prepare for book 2.
And long term is tell a good story.
Yeah, and read all of the books that we have backed on crowdfunding, which are now, still collecting in a pile that I haven't actually managed to get through.
Well, and I know you order collector's kits, so half of them you don't even want to open. So that's your
true. Yeah,
Well,
that's the one problem with the Kickstarter, man. I got to get other people to back it for me so I can get the stuff I can read, and keep the collectors.
One to pack away,
Right,
and one to read.
Well, I could speak for Ed, Alan, myself, Brett, Sean, Danny, all of us who have Kickstarters. We are more than happy to have 2 backers instead of 1. It does not bother us. It does not offend us in any way.
Not a bit.
All right.
Recognize that? Recognize that, Sam?
You know it. How you like it?
I enjoyed it. I really did.
Until you see issue 3.
Froggo and I, Frog G and I, sat down and we really reviewed it together, and he was thrilled by it. So, I think it's pretty good. I want to see number 3. I can't wait to see number 3.
We're doing something extra with 3 too. You might like. We're putting together all the raw, unlettered inked pages into an artist edition for issues 1 through 3, along with the some of the character design work, the raw inked covers and such. Putting it in there in 1 volume. It's going to be perfect bound. Somewhere around 80 pages by the time I finish formatting it. And we're going to offer that up with issue 3 as well. It's going to be pretty epic.
I'm trying to go back through people's catalogs and see what I can nab and get my hands on for reading after I'm done. Being insane and crowdfunding through October.
All right, well, while we're talking about insane and crowdfunding, let's see our stats. Where are we at? So Immortal Era, we need one more backer. We're at 109. So we need one more backer to get to 110. So anybody who knows anybody who backs Kickstarters, go ahead and tell them to back so we can get them to 110. I am at 2 missing.
Just
I'm
back
at
so I'll
138.
tweet it out.
Hold on, maybe I get a refresh and we're 110. No, we're still 109. Hocus, we need 4 backers. He's killing it for opening day. Like you're doing great, Alan.
Yeah, Hocus just crossed 1,087, 31 backers.
And we need 3 for the Mavericks. We need 3 for Mavericks. And by the way, let me share this about Mavericks, because he didn't say it. Mavericks had an Indiegogo that's almost finished. All the campaign stuff, the stretch goals, are transferring over to the Kickstarter. So you're going to get, if you back it, you've got a whole bunch of stuff. So if you look at all the stuff you're getting, like for just the initial pledge, you get tons of cool stuff. I like that.
Yeah, all of the stretch goals, man. The stretch goals are crazy.
So I like mechs, so it's going to be cool. All right. Next, Pat, what's your goal in comics?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe your goal isn't in comics because you write novels. You have a little more work like this one.
Yeah. Or this one.
Wait, hold on. I can make you big. Hold on. Ooh. Those are what's called real books, gentlemen. I don't know much about them. I've never read one, but this one has some pictures. I just think it's big word balloons, right? So I think the word balloons. She didn't get a good letterer to like finish them off. So I think this is just this cat. Is my guess. Oh, look at that weird layout.
There we are.
just that guy talking. As far as in general, continue to put out my books. Like I said, my goal is we get it back from the toy store funded next month, and then my goal is 3 books for next year. Continuing in the Cat Stories of Apo's Army and the toy store. As far as comics go, I have no immediate plans of writing any. But I love working in comics as an editor. So, increasing my client list for editing and proofreading. So I get to read more cool comics.
Right. And I'm super, by the way, I did not know you get to work on Nightwolf on Snowpaw. That's amazing. That's a great book. I love working with him on my little short that I did. So congratulations. That's a big.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I'm excited. It's a good, I've done the first issue and it's really good. So I'm excited to see when it comes out.
Nice. Ed, what's going on, brother?
My goal, I guess I'm starting small. I just want to be able to get to that first trade. So get through issue 6, get the first trade out, not put my family in the poorhouse to do so. And from that point, next year I want to hit, I want to do a collection where I can get some other authors to write and do like an annual where other authors get a chance to write in my universe where you can't die. That's your only rule. So I'd love to see other names besides mine published with my stories.
Now, I've been wanting to ask you this for a while. Did you watch Torchwood?
I never watched it. People have asked me that one. My idea actually came from being an English lit major, reading Jonathan Swift, and we read the Gulliver's Travels, and he travels to the island where everybody's immortal. So that's where the idea kind of popped in my head. So when people go, "Oh, you're ripping this off or that off," I'm like, "Yep, I'm ripping off Jonathan Swift from hundreds of years ago." So I say I rip off the best. Thank you.
Or any vampire ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. But no, watch the Torchwood. It was super interesting just because of all the stuff. Cool. When you have a chance, it was the first time I saw that concept on a human scale, and it was really, really cool.
Nice.
And I'm not even British, so I don't even know why I enjoyed it. Speaking of people who are semi-British, Sean.
Well, my 2 major goals is to secure US distribution and we've got a couple of contracts in the works that I'm trying to get across the line for some really big projects, which will hopefully take me up to that next level. So we kind of did things a little bit backwards in regards to distribution. We've got book distribution, so we've got Australia, or most of Asia, and the UK. So we're trying to get the US distribution, and then we're going to go backwards and do the comic book distribution after that. So it's a little bit of a backwards way of doing things, but that's why we release the trades rather than the single issues most of the time now. So yeah.
Right. All right, I moved things around. Just again, in case Alan had a tinkle, I wanted to make sure he had time to knew that he was coming. I thought it was coming too fast. I wanted to give you some time. Daniel hadn't talked in a while. So Daniel, tell us what your goals are. What's your long-term goals, man?
Well, the more immediate goal is getting all those Kickstarter rewards out to everyone. The next year, I want to try to get 3 Kickstarters done. One for Night Ref, one for American Dreams Volume 1, and then a double header for GVA and Sadiq. I can get it all done in time for next year, which is likely. More long term, I like to get either a distributor, like another publisher, to take my books and get it to Diamond, or get it to Diamond myself, or just find other ways of distribution. Because right now, since Short Fuse, I'm kind of a one-man band over here.
And this is the first time you've done it yourself, right?
Yeah, I have Lori Foster from Unlikely Hero Studios helping me with the distribution of the fulfillment and everything, which is the godsend. But this is the first Kickstarter. Like earlier, I was prepping the first version of the Kickstarter when Short Fuse went under, and so I, of course, panicked, and then a lot of people came in, and it really is a village that takes a village to help make a comic book come to life, and I'm really grateful to everyone who helped out.
That's great. So before we go to Brett, comment section, where'd you go? We haven't seen you. Last time you posted was 11:05, and I'm worried that you're dead. So if you're in the comment sections, let us know you're alive, because or did me kicking James really offend you, and are you concerned about
they're all over on Twitter.
Did that Twitter from Global really affect me already, and I'm losing fans by the millions? This is my last
by
stream.
the millions. Woo.
Yeah, I think I have 1 million fans. I mean, none of them support me or back me. I just think they exist. Right? They know that I exist. They talk shit probably in the back alleys or Discords. Sam's in a couple of the groups. He can point you out after the group. Tyler's Patreon, I'm sure there's a lot in there. I'm alive taking notes on all the its and isms that Travis is. My goal is to get full-length story published. All right, Wendy. And Mike is alive, which with his health stuff lately has been scary, but he's good. Sorry, listening while packing for Dallas. Oh, all right. Fancy. Wendy and Chuck, did you guys get you guys' comics? I sent you some comics. Brett, go ahead. And has anybody signed up? Have we got new signups, or you don't know because you didn't hit that 10 mark?
I actually have had 5 new notifications.
I've had 6 people follow.
Okay. All right, cool.
So yay. That means, guys, we're only
great.
3 people following away from me actually showing off some of the art for the new book.
Nice.
I'm excited for that. I can't wait to show you guys.
So, Brett, what's your goal?
So my immediate goal, will be when the trading cards launch to get that funded. I think it's very doable with what I've already put out this past year. It's a smaller goal. This will be the 3rd launch this year. But in 2022, my fans have recently told me that they want more books. So I have currently 2 full-length Dust Bunny Mafia collections that are 132 pages, full color, like the Calvin and Hobbes Garfield style. And so people are asking me for volume 3, which I have all the content. I just need to, put it together and come up with some exclusive content for the book. I recently, in May, I came out with my 3rd volume of my Based on a True Story zine. And so I plan to collect that into a big kind of trade paperback style. I've written a lot more comics, but I need to do a lot more research because this is with the histories. So there's a lot more text that needs to be written for that book, which is good, but it pushes me outside of my comfort zone because I have to write more than write and research. And then I want to, staying on brand, if the trading cards go well, I will do another pack of them and then turn that into a book down the road where it gives this kind of dossier of different mobsters that had animal nicknames, and it would be filled with kind of like old school James Bond, like redacted information kind of stuff on like one side of these mobsters, and then on the other side I'd have different pinups of the characters as well, so it would kind of blend the comic-y aspect with more prose. But long term, I really want to build my Kickstarter following and my audience up to what some of the big webcomic artists currently, like Foul Language or The Awkward Yeti, Heart and Brain. I would love to get, into that size where you can launch, a $20,000 Kickstarter and have it funded in a couple of hours. But
it's nice to dream, Brett. It's nice to dream.
I was gonna say that's the dream. That's the dream, isn't it? I'd love to throw it up and watch it go woo.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when you add those zeros to the end of it, like as the funding goal, it's a lot scarier. Like with the Cthulhu, it's very scary. The more zeros you add to the end, the more your heart races and the less sleep you get. I had finally calmed down and figured out, I'll fund. Like my books always fund, so I'll be okay. But then when I put that big number on, I was like, nope, it's back. I remember this. I don't like it.
The anxiety. I said the other day that, I just did this one in May. And somebody said, didn't you just do one? I said, yeah, in May. And I said, but I think it's kind of like childbirth. There's a certain level of amnesia involved. You have the baby, you're like, I'm never doing this again. It hurt. Same thing kind of with Kickstarter, the anxiety levels. And then somehow you're like, I think we should do this again.
I just got the message from Global. I appreciate that. I like that. They're clearing things up to make sure Twitter doesn't come after me. Alan, how are you?
I guess, man, short-term goal, obviously, just to get Hocus Hocus 2 funded. And just really kind of what you guys said, like, not to sound like a game show contestant that's about to lose, I'm just happy to be here. It's so weird because whenever we first launched Pocus 1, we only did it with $1,000. And that was nerve-wracking anyway. Mm-hmm. And because I felt so weird asking people to fund my hobby.
Right.
But I think it's a really special feeling whenever you start getting reviews back on your work. And whenever you can finally say, I feel comfortable, let's shoot bigger this time. Let's put more into it. So for long-term goal, I mean, it's just build an audience, get people to read it. Because this is my first time writing a comic series, and I'm just a babe in the woods. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I'm just figuring it out as I go.
How many issues is this?
Right now we're on issue 2.
No, like, is it like a 4-issue video, or is it ongoing, or what?
So the idea was we originally planned to do a 6-issue miniseries, but as we keep writing it, we realize that we're probably at least going to have to go to 7 or 8 because we don't want to rush anything. And then as long as people want to keep reading, we'll keep writing.
Okay.
Yep.
James.
Well, short term, I'd like to get Omni on and shipped out to everybody, but and also to maybe complete the Travis Gibb triumvirate and get something into Voodoo Nation, since I've been in everything else he's done.
Someone tried to tag you on a cover today, and I told them no. Wait, that was not what I was supposed to do?
I think it was for you anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, it was for me. They said I should hire you, and
Yeah,
I
I'm
told
like-
them no. You were there. I tagged you.
Yeah, somebody tagged me. I don't know. It's like whatever. But I did. Then I want to be able to in the next year, since I have the first 4, well, at least 2, 3, and 4 of Omni finished, kind of kickstart those back to back so I can get the graphic novel out at the end of the year. And then we have a couple other books that are ready to come out, and so we have to fulfill stuff so we can keep moving forward, and just keep working. That's really my goal is to work, like so.
No, it's good. So for me, I'll answer that question too. For me, I'm starting to head into the publishing. Hold on, we got to bounce. Mr. Gab Frequency has to put. I won't read that out loud. That's inappropriate.
She's just got to change into her PJs.
Pajamas.
I didn't want to interrupt the flow though, so
Yeah,
I was
that's
just
why
letting
we're
you know
trying
we
to
got to
be quick.
dip out.
We've got to dip out. We're going to be
yeah.
finishing up soon, but if you guys need to go do your thing, go do your thing.
Yeah,
No,
we
it's
got to
good to see you,
dash.
Neff.
Thank you
It
so
was so
much,
nice to
guys. It
hang
was
out with
really
all of you guys.
a
Thank you so
treasure
much
coming
for
on.
letting
I've
us
never been
come
on
on.
with like 9 people before.
Yeah, it's
This was
cool.
a first for us. It was
Right.
great.
So we got to get him 3 more backers. So guys, if you are watching this, please consider checking out Mavericks. Back it if you can. If you can't back it, you know what you can do for us? Just share it out and say, hey, this thing has mechs. I don't like mechs, but maybe someone does. Because there's always that person like Tyler Carpenter who likes anime, like who you associate with, but you don't really want to see them that often. So
I mean, honestly, I don't know why Tyler doesn't like mechs. He backed the book, so
right. I don't understand why Tyler doesn't like that.
I like the fact you got a lunchbox, man. I think that's really cool.
We do have a lunchbox. It's right here.
It's very
All right, guys. I gotta go. Thank you so much for having us
Hold
on. I
wanna
hope
see
to come
the
back
lunchbox.
sometime soon.
Lunchbox.
He wants to see the lunchbox.
Oh, you want to see the lunchbox?
Your
Yeah, the
bag.
lunchbox badass.
Where's the thermos?
Nice.
Where's the thermos? There's a thermos too.
Yep.
It is a
It's a
thermal
mug,
travel mug
20 ounces.
because we wanted it to actually be able to fit in the lunchbox with a bunch of other stuff so that we can send you your box in a box so you can have mechs with your mechs.
Yeah, he like weighed stuff and things like for his
She
Kickstarter.
did.
Like I don't know what he's
Yeah.
doing.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah, physical
preparing. Like he
proofs.
doesn't want to lose his shirt. He wants to give accurate quotes. Like I don't even know what he's talking about. It's ridiculous.
You didn't guesstimate like the
Lose
rest of
money
us.
like the rest of us.
Nope.
Come on.
Right, lose money. Don't
You
you
got-
worry, man.
you got
I made
weight stuff.
plenty
We
of
got
stretch
2 more
goals
books.
for you guys. I'm losing money hand over fist on this one.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to know you're part of the
As,
game.
as,
I'm
as it should
following.
be.
I'm following the successful business model, right? Just
Give
you
way.
know,
Just throw it all away.
If you follow this mind, eventually you'll get picked up and they will pay you 10 to 12 months after you get picked up, after you do all the work and complete it. You're welcome.
man, I can't wait to see my first Comixology residuals check. I'm chasing that sweet $2.76 like you.
But I just got a 742, just so you know.
Oh, dang,
Big
dude, you're doing a
time.
great
Big
month.
I think it was finishing off Brokedown. I think people got excited. They were like, let's read the whole thing. Like, I don't know what it was, but 742 in Australian, I think that's like $40. So like,
Yeah,
Nice.
seriously.
Close.
Go out for a nice steak with that. Yeah. Have yourself a VB.
by the way, Brett, since you went and got the Fedora, when is there going to be official Fedora for your comic? You can go global. I just want to know.
Bye, guys.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi.
Good to see you, Neff.
That's a great question. Well, it's funny because one of my good friends and supporters of the comic got me a chef's hat. He's a chef, and so he got me this really cool chef's hat that has Dust Bunny Mafia embroidered on it, and on the top it has kind of ventilation, so it keeps you cool while you're cooking.
Right.
And so that actually got me thinking about, what I could do with it. The problem is that I really like quality hats, and so I would want to research something very, high quality to
Right.
put out for my Kickstarter or something like that, and that could be expensive. So down the road, hopefully, but
Nice. That's nice. Yeah, I am I'll talk to you in a minute. Let me answer the question because I should answer that, and then we'll do one. We'll go around the room, and what I'm going to do is we're going to go through our pictures one more time. But I want someone to ask a question this time. So when you go through it, your one last time, we'll ask a question. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Still, and get us out within 20 minutes, half hour. Make sure we're all gone by midnight, or what is it? 6 in the morning, Sean? What? I don't know what time it is.
No, mate, it's 1:30 in the afternoon, so I'm bright and perky. And, yeah.
Right. So you like McDonald's has switched over to the lunch menu. Things are good over Australia.
Oh, we have a 24-hour menu now. They don't even bother switching it.
Oh yeah, we used to have that, but the pandemic that got too difficult for McDonald's. They got confused and they couldn't do that anymore. We used to have that, but that went away. Little spoiler here. I have a couple of publishing deals for some of my books that are about to be signed. And I have a book that I'm making that I don't plan on Kickstarter and going straight to publishing. So for me, that's my goal, is learning this new market, but maintaining my growth on Kickstarter. Like, what does that look like? I keep hovering around 270 backers, 250. How do I get to that 300? How do I attract those extra 25 fans? And that sounds like a lot, but everyone here who's done this knows 25 fans could be 1 million. Like it feels like in real fans, not just like people who stuff, like people who really want to support me. I got about a 50% retention rate, which I hear is very high for all my projects, which is great. But how do I go even further? So that's my goal currently. Obviously, to get Expired done, see if that works out. I'm really excited about it. We're funded, but it's a book that I don't fully own, which is kind of cool. It's kind of a new territory for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the room. You're going to pitch something, tell us about one of your projects, and then we're going to ask a question, or maybe we have some insight that we can help you. That could be like, let's say Sam was like, hey, I want to go to prestigious hardcover. What does that look like? Maybe someone has some advice, whatever that may be. So we're going to go around one more time. I'd love to hit our goal. Immortal Era, at least Immortal Era needs one more to get to 110. I need 2 more to get to 140. Hocus Hocus needs 4 more to get to 35, and Mavericks needs 3 more. So if you're here and watching, share it. Try to get us connected. Try to do that. All right, Sam, let's start with you, brother.
Okay, so really looking very hard at getting into foreign distribution. Domestic distribution, I'm working on trying to do that legwork myself, but the foreign distribution, obviously with printing and getting into shops over there, the various languages and such, it's only makes sense to actually court other distribution opportunities in other companies. So my question for you guys is, have you had any experiencing with licensing in foreign jurisdictions? What did your contractual jurisdictions look like when you drew those up? Were they native to the foreign jurisdiction or to your home country?
To the foreign country for mine. So it was set in France only. So the biggest thing I found when I went into the European market was that they don't do single issues, that they do trades. Or they do that 2 to 3 issues, which is like a mega issue or something, but they don't do the 24 to 32 page single comics. So that was quite a big, learning curve around that. So, myself personally, as I mentioned before, we went through book distribution because that then allowed us to go into like the UK, onto places like Booktopia, the Book Depository, and all of those type of places, which gave us a broader reach than just the comic book stores. But that's a bit backwards to kind of how everyone else would usually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Be right back. I got to shut my dog out. Continue to talk amongst yourself, but stay on Sam. Ask him a question, James.
Me? Oh, Jesus. Just throw me on there when I was looking at Kickstarters. Speak amongst yourself. Let me give you a topic. All right.
Like spider monkeys or spider cat says hi.
Well, no. I'm going to let everybody know that Katrina thinks Batman is overrated, just so you know.
How about throwing people under buses? Thanks.
You know, I have to tell everybody that just so
That's
they know.
right. That's right.
I'm back. Russ, I did not mean to forget you. You know, if you message me, I'll give you the link right now. You know, it's a little late. We're wrapping up, but come on in. You're more than welcome.
Come on in, Russell.
I sent it to everybody else. You know where it is. The super intriguing question I ever thought about foreign market access unless it's someone republishing books in the U.S. Yeah.
I mean, France and Japan are absolutely huge markets. So, I mean, I'm doing a lot of the legwork, here, getting in the stores everywhere I can. And that's going slower than I'd like, obviously, but getting in as we get to, we just passed 20 stores. And the thing about that's kind of weird is that being a small press guy and not having to go through the hassle with Diamond, getting your solicitation, waiting for the preview magazine to come out, and then waiting another 4 months to get paid after that. Being able just to ship your books out on direct invoices is so much cleaner and so much easier. I mean, we did as far as 47 Furious Tales issue 1, between 3 small con appearances, the stores that we've gotten, 2 Kickstarter campaigns, we've moved 1,160 copies of that issue, and we just passed 1,000 copies of issue 2 last week. So I mean, that's just a lot of books to move,
Yeah, well, and you actually can get Russ. Hold on, Russ Allen. If you click on any of the links on anybody else in that chat, you can get it. But one of the things, you can get your stuff on Indiegogo, right? I just want to make sure that's clear.
Right. I've got issue 1 and 2 are still in demand on Indiegogo, and it will remain so until we run through the issue 3 Kickstarter campaign.
So a couple distribution things that I will give you some advice on is, one, I don't know if you know this, but I have been talking about you, and we're trying to get you in the next Tales of the Collective. I don't know if you've heard this from Danny.
No, Danny, I haven't heard from Danny recently. So.
Yeah. We're trying to get you in issue 2, so expect that message very, very soon. And we have a great lineup with you, which would be really cool. Which doesn't help your distribution, but I think it does. It gets you in a new market. It gets you in a small little. Yes, you're already connected to that store, but it's more ingraining you in that store. Mm-hmm. And for digital,
we sell a lot of books there. Yeah,
I do, and I think you'll sell even more. If you have more stuff. Also, it's a really good, add-on to add to all your Kickstarters, right? A new little thing that you can add, even if it's just digital or physical. Second thing, are you familiar with Comics Haus?
No, I haven't heard of that.
All right, so Comics Haus is a very, very good European like Comixology. It's absolutely free to load your stuff, and I get paid more from there than Comixology. I recommend everybody who's not on there do it. It's called Comic Haus, Haus. Sean clearly knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I get paid every month. I get paid he pays quarterly, but I get paid quarterly, and I get paid more from that than Comixology, with less of the restraints. And my comics are found in the England Public Library, which is super cool.
Now, are you English only there, or have you had your books translated over?
I'm English only, so you probably have a huge advantage. But
yeah,
I mean, they're British.
We still don't have a Spanish translation done yet, but it's in the works.
But yeah, they're British, so they speak English.
Yeah.
I think. Sean, do British people speak English? You see more of them than I do.
We speak Australian. I don't know what that is. It's a bit of slang, a bit of made up words. I think spell things differently. I know.
All right, so what has got? Russ, please shout out the beautiful art. So CPK4 auction, I'm donating some books to this. I haven't sent them out yet, but I'm sending them out tomorrow. Join the group. It's accepting donations. It's a charity auction that they do once a month. Xenotine Shop, all profits go to the kids.
Comics Book for Kids, yeah.
All right.
Good group.
Sam, did you answer other questions, or you good?
Yeah, anyone else have any for me? I will tell you that, yes, we're live on Indiegogo, in demand. You can get 47 Furious Tales, issue 1 and 2, digital or in print. Print copies for one print copy of issue 1, one print copy of 2 is $9 plus shipping. Or you can get the featured perk, which is the one issue of issue 1, and then all 3 covers of issue 2 for $16 plus shipping. And we ship the very next business day. So,
wow. All right. So next we're going to go to not Sean. We're going to go to Ed because Sean is bright and bushy. The rest of us are tired. Ed, first off, I laid out that challenge. And when I laid out that challenge, everybody was on even footing. Everyone. But Allan's and my book and Mavericks are not as popular as Immortal Era. You have reached your 110. So
Nice.
you got your 5 backer. Allan and I are just crying here, hoping that someone will care about our stuff.
Hey, I backed them both, so yours I backed right away. So I can't go. I could have taken mine and rebacked it, but I gave you back the day one backing.
No. I think we're all good. But yeah, I want to say that you made 110, so you have hit our goal that we've made. How does it feel to be the big winner?
Hey, I'm happy. We now you set my goal as 175, so I got to get to work.
Right. You got to get to work. Allan, how do you feel? How do you feel being? We're not there yet, but we're going to get there.
Oh well, I mean, duh. I'm just happy to be here, right?
He was just so happy to be nominated.
Yeah,
All right, and before you answer your question, I'm gonna go through these couple of comments. We got a whole bunch. Oh, pick up that long title box that makes a good table stand. Help me fun book too. I don't know what that means, but yes, Russell, we'll do that.
Xeno Nanite Titan.
Oh yeah, his book. Okay. I'll second what Travis said about add-ons with old work. That's been an awesome way for me to get caught up on great books. Russell Owen, my editor, who's awesome but may have cat problems with book launches. Promoting you. It's not her turn right now, Russell. Rob broke down in 4 Dead Bodies. Faux life. Travis Gibb. No one loves you like me.
Aw.
Thanks, buddy.
Aw.
I told you. I have a few fans. Rob is one of them.
And the only one.
Rest with me. I'll do a piece for this book. Oh, that's cool.
All right, we'll do, Russell. We'll talk.
All right, Ed. Tell us about your stuff. Oh, big facts, Rob says. Big facts. Well, Rob, I got another one live right now, expired. And we need Immortal Error, Pocus Hocus, and Mavericks all to get a few back. So if you bring some friends, that'd be great too. And order some of Sam's book on Indiegogo. Why not? Just since you're shopping.
Just have a backing party.
And Sam's will even
Everybody
send
hang
you.
out with that.
Yeah, Sam will send you his soon. So like it's even better.
Look, he's
Yep,
got it.
yep.
It's ready to go.
They are, yeah, we've been shipping them for months. It's great.
Nice.
So Ed, tell us one last pitch about Immortal Error, and then we'll ask you some questions about it.
All right, sounds good. So Immortal Era takes place 200 years in the future in a post-apocalyptic world where no one can die. It combines elements of fantasy and horror, lots of gore. I grew up watching all the cheesy horror movies, so my book's loaded up with gore and severed limbs and decapitated heads who are still alive. So you read my book, you can find a world where people are doing the opposite, trying to save humanity by bringing back the life cycle, killing humanity, letting people die when they're supposed to, not live 200 years as just useless husks. So this is issue 5, lots more to come. So hope you can check it out and hopefully get hooked in there.
All right, any questions for Ed? Don't jump all at once.
Ed, why are you so awesome?
I don't
Right,
know.
that's a deep one.
Yeah.
Hard hitting.
Hard hitting question. Why? I guess I can thank my parents.
Oh, good.
Ed, so I have a question for you. I'm gonna go a little deep because I have read all your books up to date. So 4 was a huge tone shift from 1 through 3. What was that like? Was that hard for you? Like not on the writing stage of like your fans knowing what's going on. I remember reading 4 and being like, all right, this is a new thing. You know, I feel like I don't understand what's happening, but I feel like this is very important later.
Yeah, and it was kind of the way I plotted it all along was the first 3 issues are just kind of putting you into the universe, and then 4, everybody's leaving where they were, and everything's going to go wild from here.
Okay. All right, cool.
And that was also my one. I had there was a lot of the issues were slower. Issue 3 was a much slower issue. So issue 4 was kind of all right, building to that action where we see two characters finally have that big action moment, because issue 3 was definitely a slower, quieter one. So I wanted to get us to the point where issue 3 was pushing to that. But I'm hoping to throw a lot of weird shifts and always keep the readers guessing, but also feel centered in the universe where it's never so jarring where you're like, all right, that completely threw me off. I don't know what's going on here anymore.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can say, wow, man, you're at to 112. You're killing it, my dude.
Nice.
Killing it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was me just now.
Thank you.
You're killing it. The rest of us are just sitting here going like, what is going on? But you're killing it. All right. Any more questions for Ed? All right. We're going to go to Alan because he may have to tinkle at any moment. So
you never know. Okay, this is a tinkle.
Let's get him in the center square.
Zone.
We'll make him solo. He's very important. He just launched. So tell us about it.
Okay, so my comic is Pocus Hocus, and it is about a Victorian era magician who sells his soul to a demon for magical powers. But the demon is coming back for him because he needs something fulfilled. Ooh. So yeah, it plays big into it's comedy horror. So we're really going in on that. And as you'll see in issue 2, especially with our preview pages, we kind of, for lack of a better term, we corpse bride it a little bit, where the real world is in black and white, but the magic is in color. But we have a glimpse of hell, and hell's vibrant, beautiful, So we try to draw you in that way.
Okay. So any questions for Alan?
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
So I've done a lot of research on demonology for a book I wrote a while back. So did you happen to choose one of the named known demons from popular Abrahamic faith for your demonic influence, or did you fabricate one yourself?
So yes to both, because obviously we wanted to do a lot of research to make sure that, and it helps with writing too. So when you can pull lore from all these different sects of demons and religious aspects and all this stuff. So then we wanted to really try to make it into our own and still tell our own story with it. So the other thing too, honestly, was even just looking up magic tricks, which was a very boring process, which we thought was going to be really fun to do. But I was ready to throw in the towel and be like, this story's stupid. I'm never doing this again. But no, I think research is important, especially when you do stuff like that involves demons, because it's weird. Even though you mentioned demons, people are still familiar with them and still want to know about them because it's like that taboo subject, So we want to try to get it as accurate as we can. So, Alan, I have a question for you. Oh no, I'm having connection issues. I something's happening. Who is a comic launch person? I know we got Brett. I know we got JW. Ed, are you in Comics Launch?
No.
Okay. So, Sean, definitely Sean. Okay.
Why did you say it like that? Definitely Sean.
Because when I got there, I was just like, who is this guy? Who's clear? I write the most successful independent comics in all of Australia. And I was like, my dude, chill.
Who is this?
You're very intimidating. The rest of us are just trying to make our first book and raise $1,000. You're like, just
swinging it all over
Australia.
You're gonna remember, you've got more people in New York than we do have in our whole country. So when I say I'm the number one, it's like, well, yeah, it's like the number one of your small town.
Jared, I'm the number one author in Sunfield.
So the reason why
now I'm
the
number one in Highland. That makes me like the number 3 author in Frankfort, Kentucky. Jesus, I suck. We've got some really famous authors that live here, so if I get to number 3, I'm surprised.
So the reason why I asked that is, so Comics Launch, if you're not sure, Alan, it's a training on how to do Kickstarters very well and how to boost your Kickstarters. It's a great community. One of the lessons that you are missing on your campaign that I want to teach you right now, you have a lot of stuff, and I'm bringing in, because of what I'm going to say, I needed these guys to admit that they're part of the group and they'll back me up. Other people may back me up, but like, I want to say this when I'm trained, okay? So Alan, you are missing out on backers, and I'm going to tell you why you're missing out on backers. There is a group of super backers, a lot of super backers, who will not back someone who doesn't support other people. And you only have one back on your campaign.
See, that's on that one. I have my personal account.
That's fine. But
Yeah,
back it on this campaign because it's the one that's live. Just get it to 10. You don't have to go crazy. And you don't even have to go full. Give $1 to people. It is a thing. Brett and JW and Sean, please back me up and don't go, that's a fucking lie. He just wants you back.
No, I'm
100%. When I set up the business one, that was the first thing I did before I even launched the campaign. I went out and backed 10 to 15, and it was just at that dollar level of all people that either I knew or just projects that I liked. And now I'm very acutely aware that when I am backing stuff, that I do a balance of both, so that I'm because on one I've got 286, and then on one I've got like 15 or whatever. So I'm trying to build that one up as well to show that, you know, I'm not just launching and not backing as well. So
yeah.
And I'm not part of that group, but I would say as a super backer, I look at the numbers. Because I kind of go, you know, I think as a community, we're here to support each other as much as we can.
Just right here, 2 people who are watching the show. Trish says, very true. I always look at the number. And Comic Poser, I'm guilty of the creator, no backer bias. Rob, he's lying. I back him on that. I always look, but not frequent Kickstarter Explorer. He's not lying. Oh, I thought he said I was lying.
He's lying, but I'll back him anyway.
But yeah, that's a big thing. And I hate for a super backer who would back stuff and just looks at your stuff and be like, I'm not even going to have a chance because you don't support other people. Especially if you have a personal account that's been backing things.
Yeah.
I occasionally look over it if it's like the first thing they're launching, because it could be their first time ever even looking at Kickstarter. But if I see they've created like 5 things and they've backed 2, then I start like kind of
So, but yeah, just again, you don't even have to back real money. Just back $1 for these things. We're not even asking you to like do it, but I think it makes a good image that you support other people in the community.
Yeah, that's kind of like the first thing that they taught us, right? Like
that's one of the first things he taught us. It may be just so Tyler could get money. I'm not sure, but I fell for it. And you all did too, because I just asked you. It may be one big giant con, but it seems to be working. So we usually spend a few hundred and support those that support others. Absolutely, Trish. Yeah, Trish, just a big supporter of mine. They back all my projects. You know, and sometimes I'm like, they didn't back this one, and then I'm finding shipping out things, and I'm like, oh yeah, they did. I just. Chuck showed up.
Oh no.
Chuck, what's up, brother?
Well, he hasn't been talking, so we're good.
But yeah, that was the first one. A question. Anybody else have a question for Alan? All right, I have one more.
I like the first issue. Looking forward to the second one.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
This one's not as offensive.
Oh God.
Actually, this one isn't offensive at all. Is the I think it's cover A. Was that intentional to look like a vault book?
Yes.
Awesome. Because I love it. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I love it. I actually wish I would have thought of it, to be honest. Like, it's a really good idea. Like, Vault has a specific brand, and your book looks like a Vault book. So if you could put those together and just be like, hey, I know what you're getting here, that's fantastic. Kudos.
Well, thank you.
Mike Tenner thought of that idea, huh?
Oh, dude, he takes credit for everything. So sure. Mike actually thought of all your guys' books too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Alan, what would the exact opposite of book look like, and would you ever consider making that book?
Oh God.
Oh shit! All right.
Thanks, Chuck. God, coming in hard.
I don't know.
It would be about a demon who went to a magician to learn magic.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, I guess the opposite.
Some has not sold.
So a demon would.
I
just
would
be-
buy that book.
Yeah,
I would too.
buy that
You
book
got
too.
me.
yeah, no pun intended. But a
Hey,
demon
hey!
would just
Don't
be
steal
bored
my
as hell,
idea. I'm
right?
gonna.
Yeah, so a demon would just be bored.
Copywriting it right now, huh?
Yep. He's like, I really want to learn how to pull a coin behind someone's ear. I'm tired of just ripping spines out.
It doesn't work at kids' parties. I need some.
Yeah, I need a new party trick. All my other stuff's not landing anymore.
This mass manipulation that I've been doing is really not working out
Yeah.
in my favor. I need to figure out something a little more subtle. Like, can I get escape artistry? Like, I really need
Yeah,
to learn that.
Houdini. Or the clothing change ones.
Oh,
Oh,
watch
oh,
his channel. All right. I'm here for the touch up. All right. Let's go to Brett.
Yeah, so my quick pitch again, launching at the either end of September or early October are a bunch of trading cards for my Mobimal, which are real life mobsters who had animal nicknames that I transformed into their animal personas. And this is kind of a blend between comics and true crime. So they have a bunch of facts on the back and then cute illustrations on the front of a bunch of different mobsters. And this is a spin-off of my Dust Bunny Mafia comics. After I was doing my Based on a True Story series, I was doing a lot of reading of actual books instead of just comics. And when I did that, I came across a bunch of I know you look confused, Travis, of what actual books are.
Yeah. So the things that Cat writes, like people read those?
Yeah, something like that.
Huh.
Yeah, the ones without the word balloons.
I've got a signed copy of this one. If you want it, I guess. I mean,
yeah, those things.
I got a signed copy too. I can send it.
Oh no. I'll get to Chuck's question in a minute. So my these mobsters that had animal nicknames, I thought they were really intriguing, and so I was writing them into my Based on a True Story booklets, and so I was like, all right, now it's time to see if my audience really likes these characters that have started showing up, and so let me try and put some trading cards together and see if I can hook both like the true crime groups and my comic fans. And I think it would sell at shows and stuff pretty well. So the plan is, get the Kickstarter funded and kind of see if that brand can launch a little bit. But you want to throw Chuck's question up there, or do you want me to just answer it?
Chuck's questions are offensive to me and my people.
Okay, I can just ignore it. I've not considered something like that yet. I have thought about doing a mafia game with my characters, but I would want it to be kind of a combination of like a deck building and like a full-scale board game, almost like something where it's like Rise to Power, build up the biggest family, take out your opponents kind of game. But I mean, I'm always looking for different ideas that I could use with my characters.
So what are
I'm
you gonna do with
currently
Phil
actually
Testa?
working.
What are you gonna do with Phil Testa with that then? The Chicken Man.
Yeah, he's one of the characters that I'm eventually running. I have a plan. If I continue with my decks of 15 cards apiece, I have 6 more that I could do. So yeah, I've got over 90. I think I've got over 90 Mobimal characters to illustrate and release. But yeah, Chicken Man's on there.
Cool.
And actually, one question I have for the group, unless you want to do it the other way around.
Well, I mean, apparently you just make the rules, Brett. So just do whatever you want to do.
I thought it was that we were supposed to ask a question to the group. That's what it started out with.
I mean, no, that's whatever. That's fine. Go ahead. Do it, whatever you want.
Rob, I do have a bobcat in one of mine. There's a character actually in this set. I did Joseph the Cat Laforte, who I turned into a bobcat, who will be in this first edition of the Mob trading cards. I don't know if that's the character or the person you were asking about, but so question for the group. I have a couple of variant covers for two of my books. One is for my Based on a True Story Volume 3. I have a standard and a variant cover. And then for my Dust Bunny Mafia Collection Volume 2, same thing. I've got a standard and a variant cover. And my standard covers sell. My variant covers move like molasses when I'm at shows. Does anybody have any good tips of like what I could do to kind of hype those up more, other than just saying it's a limited edition by like this artist?
When you're at shows,
I number my variants out of 20. I only print 25 of each variant, so I keep them super limited. And as of now, I've pretty much sold out of everyone. I think I have like 3 more of number 4. And I also send a couple of the variants off to CGC to have them graded. And the moment people see graded stuff on your table, it kind of catches the interest of the super collectors. And I have some that have bought every CGC book I've ever put out, never actually read my series, but they see it slabbed and they automatically think it, holds higher esteem than just some loose book on the table. So I would say call CGC, they'll get you an artist account and you can verify your own signature and sit there with a yellow label thing on your table. And now your variant, you're like, ooh, it's limited number and it's graded, and it seems to work. I mean, I move a lot of CGC stuff when I bring it out there.
I was going to say the same thing. CGC is the secret. The other thing that I do is when I do variants, I make sure they're very special. So they're very clearly special. So like my broke down ones, they're on a sketch cover. They're black and white. Like you can definitely tell that they're different. It's not just like, oh, this is a good artist, because most people don't know all the names of the artists that we know. So I'm having to explain, no, like he did something good. Like I'm lucky to get him. You don't understand. I paid a lot of money. Like they don't care. Zero shits.
Or Travis doesn't even know what he does. He just tells you, it's a big name guy.
It's a big name guy. He did something.
You'll want to color this. I don't know who he is.
You're going to want to color this, James. Shut up, James.
I usually position them higher. So I have my standard down the bottom and then have my variants elevated. So it gives that perception that, these ones are more special, and that type of thing as well. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and someone just said get him signed by the artist. I did that, and it ended up being so friggin' expensive because I mailed them to Italy and to Brazil to get them signed, and that ate up like a third of my first Kickstarter because international postage is no joke. And Brazil literally took my shit hostage, and they said, "Oh, we have your package. It's going to go to salvage unless you send $300." I'm like, "Damn, they don't play there." So at that point, they'd already been to Italy, and I'd already paid postage. So I'm like, "All right, here's your hostage money. Give me back my damn books."
I'll try. I think if I upgrade StreamYard to the premium, I can get a translation, like a feed at the bottom that says what he's saying.
Could be worse. I could be Canadian.
So Brett, that could be worse. That would be worse. Brett, I have to tell you, you really inspire me, which you doing your trading, your deck of cards last year. How well did that Kickstarter do?
It did very well. I mean, it was, a different category. So I
Yeah.
was launching, a deck of playing cards, and I actually got a decent number of support from the playing card community
Yeah.
that I wasn't expecting. I think I overfunded by a couple $100, and so I was able to. I had a $3,000 goal. Got like 32 or 3,300, I think, at the end of it.
Nice.
But it was enough to unlock at least one of my stretch goals, and I got some, nice feedback from some of the playing card people that ended up sweeping in and grabbing my comic stuff on the way out, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, I was all set to do him for Cthulhu Invades Oz, and then Russell talked me out of it one day, because Russell does that because he's really smart, and definitely smarter than me. So Russell was like, "Hey, do you want to sell cards for a living?" I was like, "No." Then why are you making cards? I don't know. What
Here's a question for you, Travis. How many different Cthulhu Invade books are you doing?
A million. No,
all of the books.
They seem to be making money, so as many. I know at least 3. But I have enough cards to make just for Cthulhu Invades Oz.
Well, see, here's what I was thinking. Okay, just
I mean,
if you're gonna do like 4, that's enough for a regular suit of regular playing cards. You can design a really nice Cthulhu Invades backing for it, and then turn each book into a thematic suit, so that you have Cthulhu Invades Odds as in place of the clubs, Cthulhu Invades Wonderlands in place of the hearts, etc. And I think that would be a really badass deck, really.
Yeah, no, but I would actually just do them individually. Cthulhu Invades, because I have enough. When you think about Oz, you got Tin Man, Scarecrow, but then all the extended stuff and, all the rulers. And then you've got Cthulhu. You've got all the Cthulhu from the Yellow King to stuff. And we use all of those in the book. The book is massive.
You only need 52 characters.
Right. I only need 52 characters. It's really not a lot. And then, I do it. So I really want to do it. I'll probably do it. I'm probably going to need your guidance when I get to that. But, it really inspired me. I wish Russell didn't talk me out of it that day. His guidance was true, right? I don't want to make playing cards, but if you could make playing cards to show the brand, why not?
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to help you when it comes to that. I will say that for mine, it kind of just ties in and people see it on my convention table because it's like, you got all this mobster stuff, you got cigar boxes, and then, people are like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Playing cards." And they're like, "Mobsters in Vegas." It's like, "Yep, exactly." And then,
yeah, absolutely. But have you seen Cthulhu? Search when you're done here. Cthulhu playing cards on Kickstarter.
Oh yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they are. I've seen some of those when I was doing my research for mine.
Yeah, so I add a little bit of Oz in that. I think I got a winner. All right. Anyways, next.
Everything from Oz is a winner, mate.
Hold on, just 1 second. Next,
you just shuffled off the Auckland Raider.
It's funny. You have to physically drag him back. I tried to hit the buttons, and all my options are block or kick. I'm trying to move you back, Ozzy. It won't let me. Not so great now, are you?
Oi, oi, oi.
It won't let me bring him back. So weird. Add the scream. Damn. All right. Keep talking amongst yourself. I'll figure this out. I may have kicked Sean for real.
Oops.
Literally, my options. Hold on.
There we go.
He's not
You're still not there.
No.
He's not there. Now we're all. Oh no. I don't know if we're squished.
I don't know why I can't add him. Hold on. I'm going to remove somebody else and see if what I can do.
Yeah, I can go ahead and go, Travis. I need to get some voice recording done.
All right, cool. We'll get the
guys.
Oh,
you stole my thing. I always cut people out like that.
What's up? What you going to say something?
I said it's been great, guys. Have a great one.
That's it.
Nice, Sam.
Good night, guys.
Say, Sam.
All right.
Welcome back, Sean.
Kat. It's on
Yeah.
you. Oh, wait. Any more questions for Brett? All right. Kat, it's your center square.
All right. So next book is Back to the Toy Store, which is the follow-up to Tales from the Toy Store. It is 100 plus pages of stories about toys and what they do when nobody's looking.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a
following,
question?
ready to back.
What's that, Ed?
I said I'm following, ready to back when it drops.
October 1st.
Nice. All right.
I hear Brett likes these book things, and he's read them.
He's read them too. Wow.
Yeah, a couple of them. They don't just sit on the shelf collecting dust.
Alan has books as well, but they look like D&D books, so that's probably just to get stats and numbers. So that's not the same.
It's exactly what it looks like.
So when people do read books, do they break the spine or do they read it carefully? I'm a careful reader, so all my books
I tend to
look
be
like
a more,
they've never been read.
I tend to be a
But
more
my wife
careful
is a
reader.
Is a
book
spine breaker.
Oh.
And I'm just like, what are you doing? It's like, oh.
No, I keep mine as much intact as I can, but I'm not afraid to go used for used books because you can get some
same.
great deals that way.
To answer Chuck, am I ever going to write a comic? This is the hard burning question I get at least once a month. Maybe. It's a matter of timing, and the timing being right for me. I'm busy with working on other people's books as an editor, and then trying to get my own projects in at the same time, while currently teaching 5 college classes to my oldest child. So, it's even though I work in the medium, it would be a really big challenge for me. Because it'd be just something new as a writer. But I've joked, and I put it here in the private chat, that my big goal is to do one of Travis's one pagers in one of his anthologies to break into it. And Travis is like, no, heck
I don't know
no.
what you're talking about. Comics? I don't read comics.
No. Yeah, he's like, what anthology? I don't know what you're talking about.
What's that?
What's an anthology?
We may be able to make that happen.
About the same time I color something from
Yeah, exactly.
You color?
Travis
with my crayons and my
yeah,
markers.
dude, come on. Do
I
you know
wanna
how many
let you-
colored pencils I own?
And it's probably because it's 12/12 and it's a little late, JW. But I want to tell you that the person who owes you art for Omni asked to color some pages. It expired, and I was like, no, because you need to do somebody else's book.
Dude, that guy's shady.
I don't think he's shady. I just think he works on a lot of things at the same time.
Yeah, he takes too much on at a
Yeah,
time.
he's not shady. He'll get everything done. He always fulfills. It's just he takes a while.
All right, then random person, I apologize for calling you shady.
unless his name is Eminem.
That's right. I get it. I get it.
Any questions for Kat or Kat's Press, either on her editing side or on her book side, or comics?
Are we
Go
gonna
ahead.
get toy stickers with this book? Like
Toy stickers. Stickers are going to be a stretch goal again this time.
Yay.
But definitely, I'm planning on stickers, bookmark. There won't be actually pictures of the toys like I did with the cats.
Oh, that's my next question. I was going to ask you
Those are going to be actual physical
if
pictures.
I was going
of
to
the
get a
cat.
Polaroid of a toy like I did of the cat. Did you get a Polaroid of the cat, Travis?
Random person, please finish.
Please finish, Omni. Travis should have gotten a picture of a cat.
So one of the great things, like, to be honest, I knew that it was a kid's book, or that my daughter, who's 9 years old, could read it. So I get boxes all the time, and she's just like, I never get mail. I never get mail.
Oh.
So when I saw your package, I literally was just like, this one's for you. I let her get it. I have it here. I'm gonna read it, but it'll be like I'll have to go in the middle of the night and steal it out of her room.
We lost Kat.
So it says service not connected. I don't know if she clicked on something. I don't know what she did.
Or maybe she lost her Wi-Fi.
Or maybe my story was too heartwarming and she just had to cry.
She had to get
No, or maybe my cat.
Pogo?
Yeah, Bongo.
Bongo. I knew it was something bouncy.
Yeah, he so you can tell he's unplugged my camera, so I'm actually on the other weird webcam with a weird view now. Cats. No, I'm glad. I hope she loves it. I do have a question for the group though. Since most of you have tabled at shows, I have my first show in March. And at that time I'll only have Bongo, please stop. It's not a web show without Bongo. Gosh darn cat. I've got these 2 books and I'll have the 3rd book by then. But I've got an 8-foot table. What do you guys suggest? I guess for the rest of the table, it has been suggested.
Now we can't hear you.
You just muted yourself.
No, the cat.
The cat's too.
Cat's taking over.
That's right. He's gonna be on the show now because he's being a troublemaker. Thank you. It has been suggested that I reach out to people that I've worked on their books, like as an editor, and get like copies of their books to the table. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, you should be eligible for comps anyways. So, I mean, people should be giving you comps. So you should have a couple.
I usually get 1 copy of the book.
Because you never worked with Travis.
Because that's not true. I have worked with Travis.
I gave you more than 1 copy. I think.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Right.
You gave me,
that's what I'm saying.
I've got 1 of each cover, which is really cool.
No, that's a good idea. And just if you can get posters or stickers or something like that. When I had 1 book, I had T-shirts, posters, and stickers. Nobody ever bought any of the T-shirts, but
at least filled up.
Filled the 8 feet up.
Yeah, I have stickers and I have bookmarks from the last book. I expect after the Kickstarter, I over order.
Yeah.
So I'd have extras. So I should have copies for that of stickers and stuff from that too.
Yeah.
Do you have an hour at your table?
Do I? Probably not. The show is in a mall. With tables just set down the center of the main hallway.
Because I've at a few times, if I've had power and I don't have that much to sell, is I'll bring a TV and have a trailer on loop, and that as well. So just a small 32-inch TV or something like that, and have that hooked up and be going through my different titles or whatever like that.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Well, it's a mall show too, so bring some candy. They love the candy stuff. You'll bring people over, and you have kids' books, so you'll be able to pitch to the moms when they're eating the candy. So fill that with candy. Seriously.
Okay.
Or
I
balloons.
thought about maybe do that.
Or balloons.
Balloons are good too. Yeah.
And have your son dress
and
up as a
tie it
cat.
around the book. So you give the book when you give the book the if you can do helium balloons, that'd be.
Spinny wheel. People like spinny wheels. You could get one of
wheels.
those and just have them win stuff you have anyway. And if you have a big wheel on your table, they just want to come and spin the wheel. So
play with the wheel.
spin the wheel with a sticker, whatever. But people love free stuff, so if they think they could spin the wheel, they'll like doing that.
I was going to ask Mike what pop is. I see that
What
he has
pop
a
is?
cold pop. I don't know what pop is.
That sounds like a Canadian term for
Soda?
No, it can't be soda. It's probably that donut shop they talk about, Tim Hortons.
Right. Something you get at Timmy's.
Yeah, Timmy's, I guess. By the way, Pocus Hocus got another backer.
Yay!
So they may get their goal. They're 35.
We hit 35. Yep.
Yeah, they're killing it. So the only one who didn't get it is
guys.
me.
I appreciate it.
Whatever.
I backed you. I just can't, create 4 accounts. So
yeah, can you create 5 accounts then, so I can get one
You
more?
just make one more.
So Mike, soda. Pepsi,
Yeah, he's
Coke.
Pepsi, Coke.
Well, all right. So where are you going with it? You started off with sodas, Pepsi and Coke, then RC. What's that? A
What is
car?
RC? Oh, RC is gross.
That's Royal Crown
Crown.
soda, y'all.
Yeah,
That's
isn't
the
Royal
best.
Crown like?
Oh, the
Yeah,
Dollar Street
that's
No,
brand.
Royal
brand.
Crown
Yeah.
is rum. It's
Yeah, I
fantastic.
thought it was rum.
No,
It comes in a little like velvet bag.
All right, so who's next? We got Sean and JW. I like JW better, so we're going to JW. He's done work for me, Sean. What have you done for me?
Well, not anything we could say on air.
It's true. My wife does have an Australian fetish that we don't want to talk about. But that was one, Sean.
All right. So, my most recent book that is waiting to be finished is Omni. It is a superhero story about a kid. Well, he's not really a kid. He's like in his 20s. He works at a comic book store, and there's through a science-y thing that happens, he gets these powers. And it takes place kind of in our world where there's never been a superhero before, so they don't know like what it is. So when he gets his powers, it becomes like this kind of, there's people in the world who worship him because they think he's a god. Like in the second issue, you see the U.S. government gets him to start doing stuff, so they start using him as a weapon and things like that. And it's a 12-issue, I guess, maxi series. It's broken down into 3 acts. I did the art on the first 4 books, but I had some problems with the first book, so I hired somebody, and I'm waiting for that to get finished. Other than that, I also have Project 34, which is another superhero team book. I have 27 issues of that written. I'm on the 3rd issue of art. That I don't usually kickstart it. I just make the issues and put them for sale on my Indie Planet thing. And but all the proceeds from that book goes to suicide awareness, suicide, stuff like that. Because my 2 people that helped me create the characters were my 2 best friends, and in the past 2 years they both committed suicide. So that book is pretty much what I use that for. And then I have another book called Fall from Grace, which these were the first 2 issues. They're all just black and white. Well, originally they were black and white. I don't know, you can't really see it. But we decided instead of doing issues that we'd just do a book. So the first one is 60 pages, and now it's colored, kind of. And it's a different way we're coloring it. As soon as Omni's fulfilled, I'll be able to kickstart that. I actually don't have anything to do with this book. I created it, and then I hired a writer and an artist, and then I ended up coloring. I colored the covers originally, like this was the first one. That was actually the first cover I ever colored, actually, was this book. But yeah, so that's it. I have a couple other things in the works. Obviously, I always work for Travis at least a couple times a year. He finds stuff to throw at me. That's really where I'm at.
Trying to find something to throw.
I have 2 conventions coming up next month, back-to-back weekends in October. One's Sci-Fi Valley Con. I know I've already got my table. I'm on G13. I don't know what I'm going to have. I'll probably have broke down books because it's my book I thought will be here in 23 days. It'd be a miracle. So I'll probably have broke down stuff, some other of my older books and things, and who knows what else I have. And I got moved. I got confused.
Yeah, Brad had to go. It's getting late. We're trying to wrap this up, and his battery's running low. Apparently, that happens.
Yeah.
But Alan hasn't had to tinkle, so I'm staying here until Alan tinkles again. So he can't even hear us. He's look at that.
He's muted.
He's frozen.
Is he frozen?
Either that or he's like.
Oh yeah. Oh.
There's 2 Allens.
Oh,
yeah,
whoa.
Your cat came over and messed up my stuff too.
But now we have 2 Allens on the show.
Good.
That Alan though is very dedicated to what he's doing, whatever he's doing.
That was a variant, Alan.
I wouldn't
Where
even put it past
did the
cat.
blip in the timeline go?
Ask James. He's seen this cat and all his shenanigans.
Yeah, it's Spider Cat. I've seen it climb the wall behind her. We've heard it knock over stuff in the laundry room on our show.
He can't wait.
Also,
he waits till we get on show and then.
Yeah, me and Katrina have a show we do Friday nights where we bring in indie creators and interview them about their projects. Or like last week, we just brought in a bunch of people and we just hung out and talked. So I'm always looking for people to come on the shows Friday nights at 9 Eastern, and
Alex,
that's
right here. I'm always looking for people to put me on their shows.
Yeah. Well, you can just message me, and it's the Hooligan Alley Hangout, and just have fun.
That'll be great. I'm always looking.
Here, I got it all set up.
We're on the show right now.
Hey, we're on the show right now. Actually, I'm in the wrong square. You got to move me over here, or over there, Trav. There we go. Now we're ready. We're ready to do the Hooligan Alley Hangout.
We're good to go now.
We're good. And it's only Wednesday.
I'd love to join you this Friday. I'm gone, but next Friday, if you're open, I'll shoot you a message.
I really have no one for next week, so it'd be perfect.
Nice.
I will not be there next week, though.
Yeah, she will be on her birthday vacation to Canada.
Cool. Enjoy.
Yes, I have. Is there an indie series you'd like to try your hand at? An indie series. Wow. Let's see. What am I going to draw there? Toys? I'll put all my Transformers that I've drawn.
Specifically. I mean, it would be weird if you didn't draw toys. If you drew other things, I would actually be more concerned.
I'll draw some bouncy balls.
That's what my artist, she draws. I take pictures of the toys in the house because all the toys in the book are actually toys we own. So I snap pictures and send them to her for reference, and she draws them. So
let's see. If I was to work, I don't. There's some that I know in the future that I'm going to be working on, so I don't want to talk about those yet. But I'm trying to think, because I do a lot of superhero stuff, so I'd probably like to branch out of that a little bit to do something different. Maybe something more horror like vampires or something where I can really get bloody and gory and have fun with. Something like that, or I don't know.
So I got
a Western.
Western.
Ooh. Yeah, I'd like to do a Western.
It'd be fun.
So I got one for you.
Yep.
So because of your health stuff, that you go back and forth, is it, I've been giving you limited. Is it better to give you shorter, smaller projects? Does that work out better for you, or would you rather have, financially, it's better to have full series? What do you think?
I guess it all depends on your timeline.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I know most of these guys, I think Katrina and you are the only ones I know. Like, I'm on my 4th year of battling cancer. So I've had chemo and been really sick for times. Other times I'm all right. And then in January, I lost a leg. So, now I'm pretty much stuck at my desk all day long. But right now, I prefer just to have shorter things just so I can get them done and out. But I'm not against doing a full blown thing as long as you don't need it next week. What I mean? That's kind of so that's usually one of the things I ask people. I'm like, well, how soon do you need it? Because there's some weeks where I am sick and I can't even get out of bed for a week. So, but yeah.
Well, I might have some stuff to throw your way later this year.
Yep, I do everything too, so I do.
I'll get you some blood and gore. I always have
Yeah, he does a great coloring, a great art. So you can use it for anything. So
I'll
give you some severed limbs.
Nice.
I've got a client who's I think going to. We're slowly easing into actually producing his first book. That when he comes to me, I think it'd be a good fit for you. So
I've had a couple
fingers crossed, knock on wood. He's very new.
I will say this, Travis, ever since I colored that cover, I've had people out the yin yang coming to me for stuff.
Ooh.
But at least just asking my rates. So I'm like, well, since I don't know you,
expired or broke down?
Expired.
Yeah.
Since I did that cover.
Okay.
So
So what you're saying is you want to color all my pro covers, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it would work.
Yeah. Just sign him up now.
I mean, I am the colorist who's worked for you the longest, so it's only by right that I should get.
Right.
I should get my
ownership.
choice of
Seniority. Seniority rules.
I get that. I get
right.
that.
I was with you before the first broke down, actually.
Right. No, I get you. I get what you're putting down. Your name should be on the banner. I get it.
That's right. It's just it started out with.
Greg wants to draw all my pro covers.
So that's what I need to start thinking. I mean, for Omni, I need to get like some other people to do some covers. So it's not just my covers. So we'll have to start looking at
anybody else question for JW? It's getting late.
I have a little one. For those of us who missed the Kickstarter for Omni, will you have extra copies available?
Yeah, I've been thinking about once I get the art, I might go to Indiegogo and just do like a short one and do like an on-demand thing, just because I do know some people who only go to Indiegogo, and so give them a chance to grab it, and also give me a little bit extra to try to make sure everything gets shipped out. And, I mean, I should have enough, but I just want to. Because the shipping changing. I mean, when I did the Kickstarter was last December, January, and now it's not looking like this book will be out before November. So I'm sure shipping's gonna go.
They'll get those holiday rates on you.
Yeah.
So,
how many pages are left?
all of them.
That's fine. All right.
I have not seen one page yet. I mean, I've seen the rough sketches, but I have not seen a finished page.
I think you should just pretty soon just come out with it with your stuff. I know that you have.
I just kind of did that the other day because he's supposed to start pages tomorrow. That's what he's telling everybody. And if I don't see anything, I'm gonna just tell him forget it, and I'm just gonna release the book that I have out.
Right.
And just cut that as a loss because I can't. I mean, it's been since February, and I mean. Yeah, that's too long. I have people every week asking for updates on, and I'm like, I don't have anything to update you on. Like, if I did, I would tell you, but I don't have anything.
All right, Sean, tell us about this new Kickstarter.
Yeah, okay. So I've got 4 Kickstarters coming up over the next 6 months, so it's going to be a busy time for me. XCT Monsters is an anthology within my award-winning XCT series. It's got 6 different writers, 6 different artists based on all short stories. You've got Medusa, Cyclops, werewolves, and Blackbeard. They're all fighting against the owner of this corporation called Oscar Keenan, and they got to determine whether they want to fight or die in the world's most brutal sport, which is the Extreme Champion Tournament. So we launch next Friday night. Australian time, and then Friday night US time. So we'll be doing live launches for both. So you can check that out. Just search XCT on Kickstarter. Then in October, we've got our first book that we're publishing for someone else called The 13th Labor. So we did the first one early this year. We've got issue 2 coming out for that. That's an amazing book. We've also got No Witch. No, I haven't done a witch yet. Then we've got Talos of Sparta issue 2 coming out, and volume 2 of our cyberpunk dystopian detective series, which is called Fractured Shards, which is done with our Spartacus actor Dan Furable. So busy few months ahead, and I've got a couple of other projects in the works that we're just trying to get the signature on the bottom line to get those up and running as well. So yeah.
Nice. So do you have a question for the audience, or do they have a question for you?
I'm just tired thinking about that many Kickstarters in a row.
Yeah, I'm like,
oh no.
Yeah, I did 5 last year, and that was pretty crazy. I've dropped 1. I'm doing 4 this year, just because there was a little bit of a hiccup between kind of like what you're going through, JW, and that then just led into the next Kickstarter, and it was like then hard to go people back this Kickstarter when you haven't even fulfilled that Kickstarter, even though like I was keeping them up to date with everything. So now, like a lot of times when I go to Kickstarter, the books are almost completed or is completed before I go to that launch stage. So I didn't do as many at the start of this year because I wanted to get everything done prior.
Nice. So my question for you is, when are we going to get this trade for XTT? Like, you got all this stuff. I know you did one trade, right?
2. This
3.
So this will be our 4th.
Okay.
So we've got so what we've done this time around, because XCT's been around for a while and it can be daunting. I don't know how long your series have been around, guys, but it can be daunting when you've got 5 single issues and 4 graphic novels for people to jump on board and go, am I going to be able to catch up with the series, or do I have to get everything? So we've actually done a 3-minute animated video of all of our series up until this anthology point. So that will actually be on our Kickstarter page. So for people that want everything in those collectors, they can get the whole back catalogue. But if people would just like to know the story up until this point and then just jump on the anthology, they'll be able to watch the video. It goes for about 2.5 minutes. Watch the video and then jump on the anthology. So that's something different and new we've tried this time around.
Nice.
Trying to get those extra 25 as you were talking about before.
Right, just 25 more backers. That's it.
Yeah.
So because it is about how do I, like, we'll get those repeat ones, but how do I get those new ones in? And sometimes it's such a long series, it's like, well, it can be daunting. So that's what we're trialing this time. I'll see how it goes.
Just make everyone an issue 1.
Joined, which is crazy.
Yes. That's an easy. Yeah.
That's how Marvel does it. Just make everyone an issue 1, and you'll have no trouble.
Someone joined in the back chat. I don't know who it is, and they don't have a face, so I'm not letting them in. But cool. If you show me your face, I may let you in. LG does not make me feel confident in your.
Hello, random stranger.
It's probably Alan. It's probably another Alan.
Just my other variant.
It's another variant.
Another Alan. You don't want this guy in. I promise.
You better just get a hold of the TVA. Let them know there's a bunch.
By the way, Alan,
just do that,
on
please.
KickTrack, you are number 2 right now. I mean, there's only 3.
Oh, wow.
I'm number 3, but there's only 3 options right now, because it just switched over to today.
Whatever.
But still, you're number 2.
Guys.
Actually, you ended up 10 for yesterday, so you beat me by 1.
Hey, listen.
That must have been when I backed it.
Yeah, we're just happy to be here, right?
We're just happy to be here.
Yeah, we're all just happy to be here,
I don't know who it is. I can't add them because they need to connect their mic and cam before they get added to the screen. I don't know who they are. Any other question for Sean? I love talking to Sean. Sean and I did one of these just for his Kickstarter one day, just for fun. It was fun. I said fun 4 times. It's late.
It's late. It's definitely late.
It was fun. It's like he's
1 a.m. too.
He's trying to convince himself that it was fun.
It was fun. Really.
I really like the band Fun. And I just want to sing, tonight.
He wouldn't let his wife watch the podcast or the live stream. He did say that. So,
yeah. All right.
Singing is our Saturday show. That's when me and Katrina do show tunes.
Yeah.
Saturdays.
Greg says no, really.
No, it was fun.
Any questions for Sean? Oh, we got another backer. I just saw another backer for you for Hocus Pocus.
Nice.
Hocus Hocus.
Hocus Hocus.
Hocus Pocus is the one where the demon goes.
That Disney movie.
No. Hocus Pocus is the one where the demon goes to see the magician to learn magic.
That's our one-off. That's our one shot.
Hocus Pocus is the rabbit from.
There actually is a local. So in Florida, there's actually someone who has a very similar name to your comic.
Don't tell me. No, we have to change everything now.
You're right.
You got to cancel the Kickstarter and start all over.
Trying to find them right now. Like, I really thought they were you. So, but we'll figure that out later. Whatever. It's fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. They're nice people. You'll like them.
It's our variant for our comic book.
Yeah, no. So their comic company is called Hocus Pocus Comics. Yeah.
Oh.
That's
But
called
no, it's
Hocus
probably
Pocus,
spelled.
not Pocus Hocus.
Yeah, not Pocus Hocus.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Oh, thank God.
I can't read or write, just in case you know. I mean, that's why I need 25 more backers, because I really need 25 more people to tell me I can't read.
And he's not lying if you ever see one of his scripts.
Oh. Dude,
Oh.
Dang.
Damn. At least I fulfill my Kickstarter.
Oh. Hey, you got a copy of Omni from the first Kickstarter that failed, so I don't know.
There you go. Oh, there is Jeff Weber's coming hanging out.
Hey.
Jeff Weber.
We're trying to wrap this up, not add people. But
Hey,
hang out.
Jeff, I love the shirt, by the way. That is an awesome shirt.
That's fantastic.
I love Jeff Weber. He's great. He's one of my favorite people.
How you doing, guys?
How are you?
Hey.
Yeah, just popping in to say hi. I'm not trying to keep you guys from getting to bed.
Yeah. Well, we gotta listen to Sean's answer here to Chuck Shenanigans.
I have not thought about doing anything in comedy. I've probably thought more about doing horror than comedy. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'm open to anything really. Now that we've kind of opened up our publishing wing and we'll start publishing other people's stories, I think I'm kind of not trying to pigeonhole myself into anything. So I'll be pretty open to everything that will come in front of me. The one thing I will say is that we're just trying to keep at a very high standard in regards to our work. But yeah, never say never.
What's up, Jeff?
Oh, not much. Just doing some coloring.
With crayons or
Photoshop.
I heard, Jeff, that your anthology of like people making bad decisions is going forward. I thought like that didn't end up coming off the ground. I'm excited.
That is happening. That'll be launching early next year.
Well, I have a submission, and it's basically this podcast, so I'm going to write it down to a couple pages of script. We'll get you, but we're here for Alan. Really, is who we're here for. So as long as you support Alan,
we're all here for me. Thank you.
That's why he's in the middle.
Yeah, that's why everyone is here waiting for me until 1 a.m. We're doing like a telethon.
Right.
Yeah.
We should do that sometime.
Yeah, the Pocus Hocus telethon.
Right. He's at 38 backers. We promised him 100, so we're just gonna sit here.
Yeah, we're not hanging up until we get 100 backers.
Right.
Like I honestly just feel like rebranding my Kickstarter and making it his real quick.
Just do it. we all need to go to bed. I got to work in the morning. Just do it.
Jerry's kid.
Maybe we need to start running Kickstarters the way they do like the telethons and have app operators standing by to take your pledges.
It's one guy with a credit card that's valid. Accepting PayPal money. He just posts the pledge from the telethon. That sounds great. That's what Creative Kit should be. The creative backer. That's what it should be. Is just people call them and give them money to back for them.
Back for them. That's I have a question. Speaking of people with credit cards, how do you guys do credit cards at shows? Do you guys do Square or
Square is what I have.
I use Square.
Okay.
I just got this puppy right here.
Is that the one through PayPal?
Yeah, this is the PayPal one, Zettel.
Okay.
So you can they can see their little display right here. So
I haven't seen that. I just do the Square and then have Zelle because people will want to do through Zelle as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take anything if there's a way to get money. Like I took Cash App last week, whatever, man. Like you want to?
I will set up the app for you right now.
Yeah, no problem. I got you.
Well,
Here,
look,
hold my credit cards and read off the numbers for me so I can put it in.
Hey
Yes,
guys, I better run. I've got my little girl trying to grab my attention here. So
I'm sorry. 2:00 in the afternoon. You're busy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
One here.
I would
I know
try
it's not
not
like
to
it's
run.
1:00 in the evening.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Thanks
You don't
for
want to
having
hear
me,
my
guys.
stuff. Like I'm the only one left, but you don't want to hear my. That's fine. Go. Take care of your daughter, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'll catch you later.
Welcome to the Six Square, Jeff.
Yep. Hey. Well, yesterday, I don't know if you noticed, Travis, but I had to cancel my pledge on expired and then up it because I had someone pay me cash because they wanted the metal cover. So I had to take their cash and then up it so I could get them their metal cover.
Yeah, it was a weird thing because I remember being on the phone with you saying, I'm going to try to get you a metal cover for free. And then you added it to your pledge. And I was like, if he wants to give me money, I'm not going to whatever, dude. I'll take your money.
Because I was talking to someone about it yesterday and they're like, oh, that's not, but I don't have Kickstarter. They're like, here's $50. Just get me that one. I'm like, okay.
I don't have Kickstarter. So Jeff, what are you coloring? We're gonna go to you real quick, and then we're gonna wrap this baby up because Alan's tired.
I am
Coloring,
coloring.
sleepy little boy.
I'm coloring a bug hunt right now.
A bug hunt. All right, cool. Are we ever gonna do our book together? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. That one is gonna be in line after the anthology.
So in 2 years.
Maybe sooner.
I am doing creative consulting for Jeff, and it was a lot of fun. I had a good time with it. So
Yeah, we had a good little chat there, and I think
he didn't like my answers, but I convinced him.
Travis is the man.
Oh, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate you. So Bug Hunt, when is the release date for that?
I am really trying to crank hard to have it done, the coloring done by the end of this month. I got a show in Baltimore that if I can finish up everything I need to do for it by sometime in the first week of October and get it off to the printer, they should be able to print it for me in time for that show.
Nice. I think Ed's going to be at that show, right? You're going to be at the Baltimore show? Is that, you said that? No?
Yeah.
Alan's going to be there. Alan's going to be everywhere.
American Dreams.
Yeah, I'm already there. My other variants are already hanging out. We're waiting in line. We're good.
And he's happy to be there, just so you know. He's just happy
happy to be there.
Happy to be there.
I know Rob Multari is going to be there. Matt Kund is going to be there.
Do you have real bugs hunting you? Like, I keep hearing real bugs.
You have a bird.
It's his birds.
I got so many animals in this house. It's crazy. I got 6 cats. I got 3 birds. I got 3 dogs.
Well, I think someone else should be writing Appo's army.
I traded favors for Burke Derek sketch cover, and he's not lying.
Nice.
All right. I think we're done. Is everybody done?
I have a question for Chuck. I want to know why he's not playing.
Chuck.
Why isn't he not playing Fortnite with Brandon? Because I'm gonna have to hear Brandon cry.
Yeah, Braden's
about
gonna cry that you're not playing Fortnite, Chuck. What's up?
Because he said he couldn't come to the event on Saturday or Sunday because it was his anniversary. Like, there isn't one of those every year. I'm sure she wouldn't mind if he missed one.
That's true. Wendy's very forgiving, so I don't know what his problem is. I mean, they've only been married 22 years. What's another anniversary? Whatever.
Yeah, they've already celebrated 21 of them. It's no different than any other year.
All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this thing up because it is almost going on 3 hours of streaming. I'm Travis Gibb. I do a book called Expired. I do Broke Down. I do Voodoo Nations. I do Cthulhu Invades Us. I do all sorts of really, really cool things. Check me out. I'm the only one who didn't hit our goal, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm not judging. It's mostly on my Facebook thing, so they already know who the fuck I am. So, it makes sense. It's to help you guys. No, so happy to do these creator hangouts. I'm going to do another one next week. I love hanging out with people. I love boosting up the creative community. Like, my heart of heart is to help you. If anybody has any questions, please reach out to me. My goal is to grow this community and make sure comics are great. We had people from Indiegogo. Mavericks is an Indiegogo Twitter guys. Alan, I don't even know. He came in. I've been mocking him all night. He probably doesn't like me.
Hey,
Jeff is the last minute.
we're good.
We're good.
He's just happy to be
He's
here.
just
Travis.
Listen, I'm just happy to be here.
But I appreciate everyone who's come. And I really don't even know who that guy who was. Oh, that guy was going to Baltimore this weekend, right?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
who that guy was.
Enrique.
I have no idea how we're Facebook friends. I have no idea what book he does. He does Jeff's book, apparently. He's in your anthology.
Which one was it?
I don't know. I don't know the guy.
Kiki.
You have to start the video from the beginning.
Kiki.
Kiki?
He was on our show the one time. In
Oh yeah. He was in Not So Fair Tales.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that guy, but
But he was here.
He'll be at Baltimore.
Yeah, he's going to be in Baltimore.
And what's his name? Who does American Dreams? He's going to be in Baltimore.
Alan, there's a message on Twitter that you cannot get the Hocus Pocus as an add-on for number 1. So go ahead and add that because a lot of people don't see that joint thing.
For some reason, I thought it's the little things, right?
Right. It's always those things. That's why you send it out to a whole bunch of people who review it, like myself, and didn't even care.
Blame Mike. Just blame Mike always.
But yeah, someone on Twitter said they want to back it, but they want to get it as an add-on, even though probably it's be more expensive and they could just buy the 2 package. It'd be fine, but whatever. People are weird like that.
Tomato, right?
Right. So I do a whole bunch of stuff. Anybody have any questions for me before we go? Thank you.
I'm sure I do.
All right.
Sure I do.
Good night. I love you. Say goodbye. Tell people where they can find you. Go around the room if you want to. I don't care. If you just want to leave, just leave. I don't care. It's time for bed.
What are you talking about? Me and Katrina stay up after our show till 3 a.m. talking. What?
I have a wife and kid. My wife is already going to be like, "What were you doing till 1?" I'm clearly having an affair. Like I'll be like, "My 3 hours are on tape."
I was there the whole time.
All right,
there was that little period where he left supposedly for the dog.
Right, who is very angry that I did not get back up to let him out of this room and fell asleep. That's fine.
All right, where to find me?
On the floor there.
Hello, puppy. You can find me on Facebook under Cat Scratch Press or under Katrina Rotes, catscratchpress.com, and on Instagram at Life with Katie. And currently in previews on Kickstarter.
Next.
You can find me on social media under Finish Line Comics. You can add my personal account, Edward Davis, on Facebook as well. It's the one with the comic book guy as the Flash, so I don't put my real picture up there. So, and right now, of course, you can find Immortal Era, which got a boost tonight, thanks to Travis and his ultimatum to get me to 175. So, yeah, you can find us on there, and please check us out. And also, I'll be at Unicon in Las Vegas the first weekend of October. So that'll be, I went to Florida for a con. This will be my first con on the actual West Coast where I live. So it'll be nice to be on my coast for a con.
Nice. Next. Oh, hold on. Chuck had a question for me. What indie book would you love to take a stab at and write an issue for that you haven't yet? I assume he's talking about other Kickstarter people. I'd love to do a White Ash backup. That would be a lot of fun. But I think that's everybody's, right? One of the books that I back, who I have no relation to whatsoever, is called The Crossing. The Crossing.
Really good.
Crossing. It is literally my favorite Kickstarter book, and I have no relation with Erica. I don't know her. She's not in my circle, but it is amazing. It's about a bunch of ghosts who all are murdered by the same guy, and they have this connection. It's really, really cool. It's my favorite book. I'd love to write something in that series. Also, Sync. Sync is one of my favorite books. I'd love to do some of that. So those are probably my favorites and what I'd like to write books. I'd like a second issue of Welcome to the Void. That'd be great. Maybe I'll write that for Chuck. He's working on it. I'm just kidding. And ink. David said, I want to do a broke down backup. Just saying. Wait, what the hell? Somebody else is here. I'm not putting you on if I don't see your face.
I promise it's not me.
This person has a name, and their name is Sean, but they have no face.
Sean.
Oh, Sean, faceless Sean. I've heard of him.
Oh yeah, no, he's bad
We gotta
news.
watch out for faceless Sean, guys.
Yeah. All right, Alan, it's your turn.
Alan Dunford. You can find us at our Kickstarter, Pocus Hocus. Hopefully, the one and only. And then any questions? PocusHocusComic@gmail.com.
Appreciate you.
That was simple.
Jay,
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Well, you can obviously find me on Facebook under my real name, James Sims. If you go to the JW one, it's like my professional page, and I have a terrible time updating it. I don't know why I have it, but it's there. But James Sims. You can also find me on Twitter at JWSims34. We also have me and Katrina have a show on Friday nights at 9 p.m., the Hooligan Alley Hangout. There's a Facebook page for that. You can go and like it. We also, on YouTube, same thing, just search Hooligan Alley Hangout. Other than that, just go back expired.
Yeah.
Go back.
Not his cover. It's in my add-ons, unlike Alan's.
Yeah.
Low blow, man. Low blow.
But it's also available
Now
as a metal cover.
Yeah, that's what did it.
A
That's
limited
what really
25
did it.
copies.
I'm watching Alan run from the community now. He's just like, I can't.
You know what? I thought you guys were different. I thought you would treat me different than all the other communities.
No longer happy to just be in the room.
Yeah, I hate this place.
Yeah, he's like, I'm no longer happy to be.
How do I can't even get out of this call. This is terrible.
Yeah. This room never ends.
All right, hold on. I gotta see who this Sean is before we go to Jeff. Sean.
Hey everyone.
Hey Sean.
Hello, Sean.
Who are you, Sean?
Terry.
You're Sean Terry?
Correct.
Okay, what do you do?
I do comics.
Okay, tell me about your comic.
The one that's in Kickstarter now is The Bar.
I love The Bar. Hey, Sean.
Yeah, you were back at number 3.
No.
I'm backer number 1, I think.
3, but
But who's counting, Travis?
no, I'm counting because to me it felt like number 1.
Oh.
Number 3 backer, but number 1 in our hearts.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, we are wrapping this up, Sean. I didn't see your face. That's the only reason why I didn't invite you in sooner. But go ahead, give a quick pitch. Tell us about it.
So I think, honestly, it's one of the first things I ever wrote. Probably started it as a teenager, and a lot of it was based on, I'm sure everyone's kind of familiar with Neil Gaiman. Anyone here that didn't read Sandman? Okay. What's funny is I wasn't even looking at the phone, then hands go up. I was like waiting for voices, but so there's a book, I think book 9 of Sandman called World's End, and everybody's kind of in a bar at the World's End. And I'd heard Gaiman say basically that the reason he created Sandman is because he had the ability, by creating characters that were endless, to write a story that took place at the beginning of time until the end of time. So there's a lot of leeway there, right? And so I thought to myself, why doesn't anybody just kind of make like a bar and have a bar setting? It's the same concept of having like Law and Order, right? It's the same detectives and the same prosecutor, but the character, the protagonist, whatever, that's who changes every time, right? So I thought, if you had a setting like that and you had maybe some kind of even a mystical element to it, something that, the people that see it are the ones meant to see it, or you drive by and there's kind of like an enchantment over you. How cool would it be then to be able to just explore stories from all walks of life, right? You could have somebody who was a murderer in there, somebody that was a prostitute in there. What kind of tales from all different walks of life might you hear? Keeping in mind, like the theme of it's all kind of like horror and of dark elements. So I guess that's the pitch for the bar.
Nice. And it's live, and you were very close to funding, right? You only need like $400, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, It depends on how you calculate it. You know, if you set your goal.
We all do Kickstarter, so yes, we understand the real math versus what you have in the Kickstarter. I
Versus the
understand.
Kickstarter math.
But before Kickstarter gives you any money, you need $400.
That's true.
Awesome. I posted it in the chat. Greg posted as well. If you guys can back that, give it $1. That would be awesome. I like the book. I backed it, so you should too. Now back to our regularly scheduled Jeff Weber, the immortal Jeff Weber.
I'm very mortal.
What's up? Tell us what's going on.
You can find me and my stuff at this website here. There we go.
We'll make it full. Oh, wait, that's me.
ScientistsComic.com.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm orange, and apparently your whole house is orange. So maybe this will help. There you go. There you go.
All right. Yeah, ScientistsComic.com.
Yes. And for those who didn't get Bug Hunt, can we get some after the fact? Would we have some available if we can get some?
Yeah, once it's printed, I'll throw that up on ScientistComic.com.
Nice. But that is our show. We have talked for a long time. So sorry, Sean, that you're getting in so late. But I just saw you got a backer.
That was me.
One of our crew right here gave you a quick back. I ended up being only one backer away.
Okay.
From
I haven't backed yet, so you'll hit it.
Oh, but I haven't hit it yet, so you got to do it before I leave, Kat. Or
do it now, Kat. Now.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Now.
I'm gonna count. Okay.
But like I said, next Wednesday we'll be doing this again, hopefully with a whole new group of creators. Probably for another 3 hours. I'll try to figure out a way to do it faster, but I don't know how to fucking do that. So it is what it is. The only way to do it is with less creators, and that would be less fun. I like the big wall of creators. It's fun.
All right, done.
Let's see. I'm refresh. It's not there yet. You're lying. Don't lie. Don't lie to me on a live screen. No, it's not there. I refresh again. Nothing. You're lying.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah, thanks to whoever the backer was, and thanks for having me on, Travis. You know, I was probably doing that midnight scroll on the phone kind of a thing before bed, and I'm like, I think I just saw the link, and I'm like, I wonder what these weirdos are up to at this hour, and I had to jump in for that reason, and I think I may be one of the weirdos next Wednesday.
Nice. Yeah, come hang out with us next Wednesday. About the same time, we'll be doing this. Mike, thank Trish for backing. Absolutely, Trish. I love it when you and Mike, when you guys back. You guys are great. But yeah, we're going to sign off. So you're more than welcome to go. I'm going to say some goodbyes, but everyone said their goodbyes. Back the bar, back Immortal Error, back Expired for JW. Don't back it for me. Mike, Trish back the bar as well, Sean. So grats. Alan, back Alan's Hocus Pocus, Bocus Hocus, whatever it is. Who knows?
Locus Nocus.
If I hear, I'll announce it here for him. When he reaches $10,000 in this campaign, you will get the spinoff, the Hocus Pocus of the reverse of the plot.
Yep.
So, but we got to get to 10,000 first, guys. We got to get to 10,000 first. Get Alan to 10,000.
Right.
I'm holding you to that too, by the way, Alan. If you don't do it, I will smear campaign you.
That's fine.
No, that's
Just
not
do it. It'll probably be good press at this point.
What other things were we going to back? Mavericks. We're going to back that. So make sure you guys back that. Get that live and going. And make sure you sign up for Brent's and Kat's books. They've both got these crazy things called novels. I don't know much about them, but apparently they have words in them. I don't know, but
mine has pictures too.
Trish,
just not as many.
The Pocus Woman want the daughter to see. It's amazing. It might need more than one copy. Hell's yeah, Trish.
Trish, yeah.
Mike, tomorrow we'll back books for comics if up and about. Yeah, Mike, just get better, man. We got a mortal 1 through 4, so we need 5. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm happy to bring 5 your way.
But
Absolutely. And
thank you for hanging out with us.
3 more followers, and I will show off art.
Nice.
Ooh,
I'm ready.
Sean is taking off. And we are done. Go to bed, guys. Go.
I'm actually going to eat dinner right now because
Oh,
I got right here from coaching and have been sitting here for a long time. So now I'm going to eat some dinner.
You should tinkle like Alan. It's a great thing.
Oh yeah,
It's my
I think I
favorite
ran out of
pastime.
water long ago, so there's no tinkling needed.
I brought a bottle in from work.
I was going to say, like, Alan should just get a bottle, and then he can not have to get.
Who
off.
says I haven't been doing that this whole time?
did you not notice his camera going black from time to time?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. That's how I.
Well, that's
changed out
the
my
frozen
job.
Alan. That now we know.
Yep. Oh, I revealed my greatest secret. A magician never reveals his secrets, but I just did. Ah, see that?
Now,
yeah.
You're going to be blackballed by the magicians.
I know. They're going to be like, "How dare you tell about our piss jugs?"
But yeah, same time next week we'll do another one of these. I think. Yeah, we should be able to. I got 12 days left. Yeah, so next week will be fun. So I'll do another one of these, then we'll do a closing show. That'll be just the people who are part of the book. So it'll be me and JW and Jerome and Chuck and all that. So we'll do one of those. Sean said he went to comic. Thanks for having him. We'll be on his PC next time. He said laugh out loud night, or he may have said love you. I don't know. He went away really fast. Hope it's love you. I hope Sean loves me because I feel that we really bonded in those couple of minutes that he was here. Good night. Go. I keep telling you to leave.
All right.
Bye.
I'm doing
All right,
it.
bye, guys.
Clicking that leave button.
Leave the stream.
Thank you for having me. Buy Immortal Era. Buy all these books.
Bye.
Buy them all.
You're not leaving. I said leave.
I'm trying to find the
Hey,
button.
if you've ever watched my show, you know I don't know how to use StreamYard, so you got to give me a second. All right, I'm going.
All right.
if he
Hey,
doesn't,
good night,
we
guys. I
love you.
appreciate everything.
No. So now that I have you alone.
Okay, good. Now that we're alone.
So who the fuck are you and why are you on my show?
It wouldn't be a great way to end this whole thing, you know.
Don't you ever come here.
Don't you ever show your fucking face here ever again.
You think you're part of Indie Comics just because you can click on a link?
Oh, look at you who can click a link and make one Kickstarter, all professional now.
Sean's back in the... Yes, Sean.
And people are coming back. Hey, Sean, what's up, man?
You hear me?
Yes, go to bed. What are you doing?
Holy shit.
Bye, Sean. Okay.
All right. Hey, Trap, really, thanks for everything, man. I
No
appreciate
problem.
it.
I hope you had a good launch party. Do these. These are fun. People love them. So,
No, thanks.
I don't know who Will is. Hope he's great. Back 10 Kickstarters. Do your thing.
All right. See you, man.
Night. Trish. Night. We love you guys. Greg. Well, I don't. Well, if he doesn't, we love you. Go away, James.
I did go away, but I was listening to everybody else first. See, look, Sean's back again.
Yeah, well, I don't know what he's doing. What is
Isn't
Sean
that
doing?
insane that I'm back? You know, I didn't mean to leave, really. I tried commenting and like it closed the fucking thing. And I'm like, you know, and I didn't say goodbye. That's not nice either.
Okay. Well, good night. We're trying to decide whether or not you said laugh out loud or love you. So that was the question that the crowd had.
Good night. Good night, Sean.
Later, dudes.
Later. I'm going to add the broadcast. Good night. And thank you guys for coming on. The sign just attacked me. For those who are still watching this, which is like a lot of you, which is crazy. Thank you. Good night. I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time. Hope you backed some stuff. Hope you learned something about comics. You know, one of the things, the question that we asked tonight was, do you read mainstream comics? And the answer was, you know, profound a lot. But I challenge you, if you watch this or if you follow these creators, to read some comics from mainstream, read some indie, read some Kickstarters. Because if your goal is to get to the mainstream, you don't know what they're producing, you don't know how to sell to them, you don't know how to package to them, you don't know how to make things. And there's a reason why they are where they're at. Learn from them, grow, get better, get awesome. I love you guys. I'm going to F and Ben. See you guys. Thank you for backing my project. Thank you for being part. Thank you for being fans. And as always, this is Chuck, and he gives a fuck. But language, Sean. language.